The greatest in the United States Constitution is its first three beautiful words. They are, we the people. Generations of Americans have sacrificed to maintain the promise of those words, the promise of our country and of our great history. In America, the people govern, the people rule, and the people are sovereign. I was elected not to take power, but to give power to the American people where it belongs. In foreign affairs, we are renewing this founding principle of sovereignty. Our government's first duty is to its people, to our citizens, to serve their needs, to ensure their safety, to preserve their rights, and to defend their values. As President of the United States, I will always put America first.
Were made to censor reporting leading up to the election. At Twitter, decisions were made to censor reporting leading up to the election. My question was, is it the White House view that these decisions were made appropriately in light of what has come out?
So, look, we see this as an interesting or a coincidence, if I may, that he would so haphazardly, Twitter would so haphazardly push this distraction. That is a full of old news, if you think about it. And at the same time, Twitter
at Twitter.
Too many tabs. So we're live. The main reason for this is, I'm sorry, I like that opening, and then first the Biden verse we're living in. I'm sorry, I thought that was awesome because that woman is fucking worthless.
Oh, she's awesome.
Yeah, she's horrible. But like today, I myself dealt with some just complete dumb shit, and I wanted to kind of do as I do every time. Hence, this is why we do the OMT, if you will. Old men talk, old man talk. Doesn't matter. We're old men and we're here to talk. Maybe you'll learn something. I didn't share it out. I just went live. I wasn't too worried about it. Share it out later.
Well, she's nothing but a diversity hire anyway. So.
Oh, exactly. I should have played the one, but we'll get to that one that I showed you backstage coming up here shortly. Mm-hmm. I need the Facebook. That's what I'm looking for. All right, Facebook share. There we go. I don't need that up, so fuck off. Okay, there we go. Because this is always goofy, the way Facebook works. So I think this there
equality. The ideal of a constitutional republic is individual liberty. A democracy always degenerates into dictatorship, which promises government guaranteed equality and security, but it delivers nothing but poverty and serfdom for the people it robs and rules. America was founded as a constitutional republic to safeguard the liberties of the people against the tyranny of democracy or of one-man dictatorship. In this century, great strides have been made toward the goal of subverting our republic into a democracy. The foremost tactic of the subverters is subversion of language. By calling America a democracy until people thoughtlessly accept and use the term, the totalitarians have obscured the real meaning of our principles of government.
I know. All of the damn Black Friday deals still here. Ain't nobody bought shit. Nope. Ain't buying nothing. Oh, still stuff to the gills. Oh, wait. Yep, nobody bought shit. Hey, remember, y'all voted for this shit. Oh, wait. Another one. Stuffed. Nobody bought nothing. So let's all do our part and thank our nearest Democrat for voting with their emotions. Can't get milk or anything else, but you can buy all the dumb shit on the planet. Guess what? Nobody's buying anything because we can't afford to buy anything. God, it was so nice having mean tweets. Miss it so much. Y'all have an outstanding holiday. It was my pleasure. I love all of you. I'm your Huckleberry. This is wonderful. As I walk around Club China.
True.
Dude, yeah, like I told you, I had some saved. It's just I've got them all over the place, and there's no good way. Like I did it the other day where I was kind of putting the links in. Sometimes it worked, sometimes, and again, I'm working on it. So again, I do apologize for anybody, but this is just kind of the way we go. We're pretty much free balling, baby. But our point will get across. And like any of the stuff that I post and share, y'all can. It's on my Facebook. It's on my Twitter. I make sure that everyone can see it, because to me this stuff is important, especially the next couple ones I'm gonna play real quick. Unfortunately, I have to mute myself while it plays because of the echo, so I'm gonna mute, do a couple, then we'll come back and talk. But trust me, you guys are gonna enjoy these. At least if you're an American, a real American, and not one of these commie cunts that we're dealing with that are fake Americans, yeah.
Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company to move and build a plant to make chips, wafers as they're called, in Arizona. The worst part of this is that the federal government is going to subsidize this plant being built in Arizona. So Apple comes out and says, oh, this is a big win for America, that we're moving this chip manufacturing to the United States. But this isn't about Tim Cook and Apple being good to American citizens. What this is about is Apple worried about Taiwan, worried about China invading Taiwan. So to offset that concern, they moved the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Plant here to the United States. You watch, they'll expand in Arizona, and the United States government will foot the bill. We pay enough money for Apple products. I don't think the government needs to be subsidizing Apple manufacturing. Here's a question.
Nope.
How can I put this? Christmas ornaments, drywall, and Jerry Epstein. Name 3 things that don't hang themselves.
Yeah, exactly. 3 things that don't hang themselves. Like I said, I've had a couple of these saved. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Wrong button. Yeah, share screen. I hit the wrong button. Whoops. I mean, I did mean to come on and talk. I just didn't mean to drop this, because this is what I'm talking about. Like, all right, did it? So this is the Xfinity one, right? So this is an email that I opened on my phone, and by doing so, I realize this isn't right in the first place. Why would it be sending shit to 2 emails? That was flag number 1. Looks like it's sincere, right? So you see, Xfinity Mobile. I do have Xfinity. All right, okay. But I clicked on this right here. And this is why I'm doing it live, so you guys can see. I click on where it says Xfinity Mobile. This is what you see. That ain't Xfinity. Okay? Please, people, learn not to fucking use your goddamn phones to do this shit, because your phone security is not going to be as good as your computer security. And that's what they're counting on. They're counting on fucking you over. I don't know why the other one didn't post. Thought it did. But I have one where it was FedEx. I actually have a FedEx package I'm waiting on. And then I get a false one. And let's see. Is it? It's us live. Yeah, it's underneath. So why is it not loading on the fucking computer? All right, let's try that again. Refresh. Okay, that's us live. OMC. All right, there we go. This is what I was waiting on. This is what it looked like. Okay, first off, this isn't my fucking email or my username or anything anymore. So I knew this was fake. And again, it's the same thing. I clicked on the thing. This is not fucking FedEx. Okay. Those are some of the things I was telling you about. Some Christmas cookies that might turn into boobies when you get them. Never know. Never know. Now, this is the legit. This is legit. This is actually what it looks like when you get something from FedEx. And look, when you click it on, tracking updates at FedEx.com. That's legit. That is not legit. It looks right, but this isn't, it's easily misunderstood from your phone. That's a scam. That's not a scam. People, if you're going to use your phone, be responsible. And anytime you get a fucking message that doesn't make sense, you always can click on who the fuck it's from to find out who the fuck it's from, or just delete the shit. If you don't know it, delete it. Because if you've got packages coming, you should ought to know whether you do or don't and where the hell they're coming from. This shit, this is why the bots need to die. All of them. This shit with the sex bots and all the crap we deal with on a daily basis in this country, the shit with what we're learning from Twitter, which we all already knew. We'd already outed them about that shit. But it just doesn't seem to fucking matter. They're going to keep up doing the same shit, even though we know, and we're going to have to stop. We're the ones that are going to have to make change, man. Unfortunately, it falls to us to be the ones that have to take care of it. And they're not going to like it. Since I do have you here, I'm going to play this one because I don't know. It was just funny.
If you shave your cooch, but not your booty hole, is that the same as a mullet?
Walmart has announced that stores are doing away with employees who stock shelves. The company will begin to transition to a self-stocking based inventory system. The store will be placing boxes of merchandise on the floor, allowing customers to stock the shelves themselves. The company points to the success of its self-checkout as being the motivator for implementing the new system. Much like the self-checkout lines, employees will wander the aisles answering customer questions and helping when intervention is needed. Walmart spokesman Jim Duggard said when self-checkout was initially rolled out in stores, customers were up in arms about the process, but now look at it. People will come around. Tell us what you think about self-stocking in the comments. Don't forget to check out our merch link in bio. Visit theseekonkreporter.com for the full story. Walmart has announced that stores.
Do I get paid benefits?
Do you? Okay, but this goes back to the chip thing. Okay, and again, I know that the way I present shit's not like spot on, but again, I hope I'm getting the point across. Remember what he said about the chips, right? This shows you what they're doing. They don't care about you. The Biden administration, these commie cocksuckers, they're going to replace. I don't know about you, but I hated the show. I don't use self-checkouts. Only if I've got a couple items I'll run through because it's quicker than waiting in line or waiting on dumbass people. But that whole thing, that's taking jobs away from Americans that work here. Walmart's here, goddammit. So you're not going to pay people. It's kind of like McDonald's. People bitch that they wanted more money, and what they do, they replace them with those stupid iPad things. You just walk in and push and place your order, and then you can order online to pick it up. So yeah, no, I say no to that. That's some shit. What's up, Gap? Sorry, brother. Copy. You are more than welcome if you want to come on. If not, also cool, bro. There's people I trust and know are always welcome, especially on this kind of stuff. It's just myself and DL, a couple older gentlemen, a couple generations apart, but I'm from the 70s and I'm the new old man. So by today's standards, I should be dead. But this is the stuff I mean, like people that are working don't have the time to like put shit together sometimes. We do, because we're old, we're retired, we'll see the shit, we'll play it. When it's bullshit, it's bullshit. We'll call it out. But fuck that, fuck Walmart. This is bullshit. Whatever that guy's name is, he deserves to get kicked in the cock. He needs a good ass whipping. Because here's the truth right here. Plain and simple. This is what our government is going to be fearing. This is what they don't want happening right here, what I'm about to play. So enjoy.
That they don't want anybody living out in the boonies. Anybody that's got a couple of acres of land and his own water supply and can grow his own food. and that kind of thing, or have some sheep or some chickens, these people are a threat to the collectivist society because they aren't going to go to the politicians and say, please feed me, please clothe me, please give me shelter. They tend to be independent. That's the secret behind Agenda 21. They want people out of the country. They want corporations out there growing all the food and that kind of thing, but they don't want anybody living out there because that way they cannot be controlled. In order to control mankind, we have to get them all into the big cities. We have to rack them up and stack them up, get them dependent on the state for their food, that they don't want anybody living out in the boonies.
True.
I remember when I gave a fuck. I lied, I never gave a fuck.
Oh, no, that had nothing to do with the previous clip, but I'm sorry. I've been saving to play that one for you for a minute, and I keep forgetting to do it. But yeah, I mean, that's just it. This all works together. I know, again, it's a little bit weird, but exactly. They don't want you making your own food. Everybody's been talking about pod people, right? But that's what the city is. That's their game plan. You're reliant on them, and you guys don't see it. You really, really don't see it. I've got like 2 or 3 more I'm going to play real fast, and I will bounce back and forth in. DL, by all means, comment, because, like I said, if I do, it's going to bleed over. But I think you're really going to like these next couple ones.
How many kids have to die before you'll give up your guns? Interesting question. Counterpoint. How many kids have to be sexually molested, abducted, sold into sex trafficking, or killed before you'll pick up a gun and start defending them? How many?
Ooh, Burn. Good point. Hey, how you doing, Gap?
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, I put the crab on there because it just reminds me of bugs. And
right.
So you got the crabs?
No, it was a joke for LDG.
Yeah.
LDG always goes to buffets and sucks down crabs and stuff. So I forgot to change my avatar.
That's all good, brother. It's all good. You're among friends. As a matter of fact, see, this is what friends like us would do right here, guys. This is our anyway. This is how I think we would all react to this situation.
What the fuck's that? What the fuck is that?
I'm sorry. It's just I see silly shit all the time, and I can't help it. And for those people that really think they're that important and aren't, this has been saved, and I'm going to play it because it's just fitting because it's Wiener dog.
Searched everywhere. I looked through hundreds of files, searched through my text messages. I even looked everywhere in my wardrobe, but I just couldn't find where I asked for your opinion.
I fucking love that one.
Yeah, man. And I mean, I do. I share all this stuff on Facebook because, I think it's funny. Unfortunately, some of the stuff that we're sadly dealing with isn't funny, but sometimes just throw those little clips in there. It just kind of makes it a little bit better.
Yeah, because, you're right. There's so much shit going on. But who's watching, while they're trying to distract us, they got 4 or 5 other piles of crap that they're trying to distract. But then what else are they doing behind that? They got them going like trying to surround you like a clock. And, you might miss 9 o'clock and then they got something else going on at 10 and 11. But what's going on between 10 and 11, you can't watch everything, but. And what pissed me off just a few minutes ago was Go Brandon gets that damn drug bitch out and leaves the fucking Marine behind.
Oh man, yeah. Now this is funny. I'm gonna stop real quick. Hold on. This is great. DL and I talked about that because I've got a weird clip. I'm gonna play a couple of them actually that has nothing to do. It has something to do with that, but not everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those where it's like, really, we're going to leave a vet and bring a fucking dyke, non-American, hates America bitch back, but we're leaving a veteran that's worth something and could help. Yeah, I don't agree with that at all. Because they've been doing all kinds of weird shit. We know they have been. And this is going to come off horrible, but that's okay. I don't mind. I just have to find the right button. All right. Because, yeah, we're definitely going to cover that a little bit because I don't agree with that one bit either. Why is it only the LGBTQ? But I do have, again, like I said, a couple clips. There we go. All this is on my Twitter. It's accessible for all of you because that's the way it should be. But, you know, if you get butthurt over this, then that's on you, not me. Well, I'm sorry. It's just it is the truth.
Well, no, I understand. You know, we're all in the same mind. We're all in the same mindset. There's just so much shit that pisses me off.
Yep.
And you know, I mean, what the? I don't want to keep on cussing, but what the hell is wrong with all these sheep? You know, I mean, people are just rolling over and sticking their butt up in there. Come do me. You know.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it gets worse than that. But I'm going to play this one real quick. I got two I'm going to play, and then I'm going to unmute. You guys can
African Americans built capitalism in the same way that potatoes built McDonald's. The United States was 90+%, in my opinion, of course, white, almost for the totality of its existence. And you're going to tell me that this tiny group of people are the ones who made it great? Fuck off. It's my blood and sweat of my relatives that made that happen. African Americans built.
And I know they're going to try to say we're racist, but we're not. There's points there, man. Like that makes sense.
Capitalism in the same way that potatoes.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, I was watching all these old shows that I got, and I saw everything from Chinese, Korean, Latin,
Biden is.
Yep.
Black, everything, all the way. I went and researched the shows 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000. Excuse me, everybody was represented until the people decided, the race hustlers decided that, oh, we got to gin this back up because we're out of a job.
Yep.
So we gotta, you know, and that's why I think they don't fix anything because they ain't gonna make no damn money and everything. So they just want to, you know, keep crap going. And when I see some of these people going, well, I've never been represented before. Yes, you have.
Well, and why do you need to be representative? What the fuck makes you so? And you can cuss. And yes, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. I just don't care. It's bullshit. We have the right and freedom of speech, whether you like it or not. This is still America. It is I never thought. I'm a child from the 70s, grew up in the 80s more than the 70s. So I've gone back and looked at the decades, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, you know. And when you do the research, you notice a trend. Shit about gas prices, shit about work, you know. But then it changed, and now everybody has to work. It takes 3-4 people to survive these days.
Yeah,
good luck living on disability. I mean, I'm sorry, $1,000 a month is great, but it don't go that far when you can't buy anything.
No, it is true. You know, I got pissed off. I went into like a Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you know, I'd like to get some French bread, and you know, they're usually $1 at Walmart, right? So I thought, okay, maybe it'd be $1.50. $6 freaking dollars. Do you hear me? $6 freaking dollars.
Wow.
And I'm like, what?
Walmart had 5 dozen eggs for let's say $12, right? That's what they used to. Now you can't even find those. They say there's no increase of the prices, right? A week ago, I got 10 dozen eggs, small eggs, and they're small, 10 dozen for $9. This week, 5 dozen for 10.
Yeah, yeah.
But inflation's not happening. No.
No. And like the major banks, like Morgan Stanley and all of them.
Yeah.
They if they start balking and bitching about shit's gonna hit the fan for real next year, it's going to, because usually they don't bitch about shit unless they're gonna lose their profit. And so they're starting to bitch now. And they laid off people too. And and all the tech people laying shit off. It's gonna get shit. It's gonna get damn freaking bad. It's
What
gonna
they don't
get
understand
bad.
is a decade plus ago, about 2 decades now, the tech shit's over. Everybody went to California to do tech shit. Who does tech shit in California now?
Nobody. Yeah.
Because there's no actual sustainable lifeline with tech. It's not a necessity. You know what is? Fucking eating, breathing, living, It's, again, I find these clips and I save them to try to put them together because it proves the whole gender nonsense. At the end of the day, they're arguing shit that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you identify as. You either have a fucking penis or you have a vagina. That is it. Those are your two choices.
Well,
when you're dead and they dig up your bones, you're going to be male or female. So all this nonsense is just a retardation of the commies that are overflowing us with just too much shit to deal with.
Well, I've got some gay and lesbian friends, but they're old school. They're old school, right? I was like, y'all need to start standing up and fucking bitching about shit because they're hijacking your shit. And just like the thing with Project Veritas, that really pissed me off. Did you see that?
No.
Oh my God. Go look on Twitter. They, at this school, they are passing around, I think they're 4th and 5th graders, dildos and stuff, talking about whether they should use lube or spit to put them in their butt. I am not kidding you. Project Veritas.
And this shit's being allowed to happen. I thought we were supposed to protect children.
Well, we're supposed to. And, geez, and then you got these parents from the previous, I guess the generation's every 10 years?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say since 2000 it sort of started, and it's definitely started and definitely continued in 2010. The parents, they were saying that the parents are getting on this fad thing. If you leave kids alone, they're going to find their own direction.
Yeah.
You got to guide them and protect them from shit like that. I wouldn't want my kids coming home and going, "Hey, Daddy, can I have a butt plug, and some lubrication? Can we go to the store?" I'm like, I would be like, "Excuse me," I'd be down at that school and I'd be blowing up.
That's the problem, Gap.
I would be
DL. We would go to the school and point this shit out. They don't do that these days. They just go along with it. They started this shit with my youngest son, and because it was, well, if you're gay and you want to bring your boyfriend, you must be on a list. I'm like, wait a minute. What you mean you must be on a list?
Wait a minute. What?
Yeah, so if your child was gay, right, you had to put them on the gay list at Mishawaka High School in Mishawaka, Indiana. And I blew the fuck up. I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you people? It's none of your business. B, even if he might think he might be gay, doesn't mean he is. Maybe he's just working through it. My son's not dated any females or males, but he just kind of felt that way. You know what I mean? And I'm very open. I will have open conversations with anybody. My uncle was gay. I've had gay men cut my hair. They never tried to put nothing in my ass. They just cut my hair.
Yeah, exactly.
Was a hairstylist, and a very expensive one.
Exactly. Yeah. I thought we were at a point before the hustlers decided to gin it up again, where everybody was just like, cool with each other, copacetic, it's okay. Yeah, that's your thing, but it's not my thing. But I ain't going to get in your space and screw you up and beat you up unless you get in my face and beat me up, Yeah. I mean, oh my gosh. I just,
I know lesbians that say they want this shit to go away too, because they'd rather gays be back in the fucking closet, because at least that way it was more sane. Because even most normal, I'm going to call them normal gay people, because they're normal. I don't care. Like, I don't care who you're fucking. I don't care. It's not, as long as you're not a pedo, because I'm sorry, pedophiles should be executed. I'm going to say, if you will put a dog down for biting a kid, but you're not going to take an adult and put them down for raping a child, and every rapist, I'm sorry, should be put down. We should not tolerate this shit. And we're kind of in this situation because of 2000. The day those towers fell, there was no racism, yo. We were fucked as Americans, and they knew it. But part of it was we were also too tolerable. We also were very spoiled. Music. If you take music from the big band era all the way up to the 2000 time frame, basically, you can intermix it, and it's music. You can't take the music of today and mix it's shit. And I listened to the Stones when they were rock. Now they're classic rock. Now Guns N' Roses is considered classic rock. And that was metal in my era. So, I mean, like, I've seen the change, but we had so much diversity that diversity didn't know what to fucking do, because we were, okay with everything. And now
back in a minute,
they pushed us over that line, and they want you to accept LGBTQ, IRS, NBC, go fuck yourself, Disney. We're coming for your kids, and we're gonna put gay shit in their heads. And no, look, I'm not overly religious, but now I understand the reasonings of the hatreds with the church and the gays. If everybody's gay, there's no more humanity, you dumb fucks.
Yeah, and these women that, whatever sexuality they are, they think they don't need a man. Excuse me, you need sperm if you want that little kid that you want.
Yep.
I'm sorry, we can't manufacture that sperm in a laboratory, as far as I know right now. So, you still got to get it from a male. Even
Well,
if
you still got all the donors. So either way, if you hate men, you're still using their seed to get pregnant. So yeah, you're right. You can't hate men that much because you need us to reproduce.
Yeah, DL said he'll be back.
Yeah, I caught it. So yeah, man, I mean, it's no joke. DL and I talk every day. I've known DL, for at least 4 or 5 years. Through the chats, we got to know each other. And then we started doing a couple shows together, and, we just kind of exchanged information and started talking. Other than my mom, whose birthday is Saturday and she'll be 69, I don't have a lot of family. I've got 2 brothers. I do have a half sister. But like the majority of my family is deceased. I don't have any uncles. So like DL's my uncle. Like I asked him that. I said, "Can I call you Uncle Gary? I don't want to offend you I won't if it." He's like, "No, you do." He goes, because he would be about the age of one of my uncles, and and he was okay with it. But there's respect there, and I mean, we don't have any respect with these newer generations, man. They just don't. I have a granddaughter now, and I'm scared to death because of the world that's in front of us. And I'm the guy that you will be reading. There's been a mass murdering at a school because somebody didn't do their job and something happened to my granddaughter. They're all gone, man. That's me, though. Like, I will burn this motherfucker to the ground to protect that little girl.
Yeah. And, I mean, I don't even know, we're all smart, and there's a lot more of us out there, but, I don't exactly know what the hell it's going to take. How much more can you people who are sitting on the sidelines, how much more can you take? I mean, how much more? I mean, one of my nieces, she's like, gimme. And I'm like, let me teach you something, several 4-letter words. Earn, EARN, earn,
yep.
Work, and stuff like that. She's like, well, what do you mean? I was like, you have to earn it. So I was teaching her, because when she comes over, she likes all my collectibles, and she went and got a bag and grabbed and started putting them in back. I was like, no, that's not how it works. You
might see that on the news, people going to California and taking $1,000 shits and just leaving. But no, and that's the other problem, though. Why are we allowing this to happen? Why is it they're breaking the laws and nothing is being done about it? And you notice it's always in these liberal Democrat, commie-ran cities.
Well, because they want, besides sowing division and dividing, they're want to get their other agendas going on. So while people are dealing with crime and shit, they can start slipping other shit and passing stuff, and then people won't realize sometimes for years that they pass things that right under their nose. It's because
Clinton did that stuff here locally and killed a lot of businesses that we at the time we didn't know, but later on we found out it was because of Bill fucking Clinton.
Yeah, and everybody said, "Oh yeah, with the Clinton hearse." I said, "No, it's real." I said the Clinton hearse is real. When you get close to them, they're gonna send somebody to take you out, and just like the Epstein stuff and all of that. Release the fucking black book. I want to know. We
don't even need to release it. Here's my thing: they've got it. They know the truth. Why are they not doing anything about it?
Yeah, that's true.
If we make a mistake, a slight mistake, they're all over our ass. All of us, Americans, real Americans. Doesn't matter. It's like they're setting us up to fail because they want this new world that is just so insane and commie-filled. I didn't think in my life, I didn't expect to be alive long enough to see America become communist and have what we have happening, dude. It's like they know all the shit Biden did. They have proof of it, yet They call Trump for insurrection. They go after him twice and he gets out. But we haven't, it's been 2 years. We've gone full commie. What the hell is it going to take? Why is the people in government against this shit not doing something and charging him and arresting him? All of them. They're all guilty. That apology, the COVID amnesty. Are you fucking kidding me? So for over 2.5 years, you've put us through this shit that most of us that had a brain didn't go for. I'm sorry. I said it from day one. If I fart and you're wearing a mask and you can smell my fart through that mask ain't doing shit.
That's true.
And they've proven the masks don't stop you from getting or stop you from spreading. Just like the vaccine did not stop you from getting or stop you from spreading. So why the fuck are you that dumb that you're lining up to be a guinea pig?
Well,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Dio.
I was going to say, they said the people that are still scared of the COVID are the ones that's already been vaccinated.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I've got a lot of people that didn't take it and they're not going to. And, they're just, they sure move fast in 2 years to destroy everything. And they're going to keep. And then, this is supposed to be the lame duck for Congress. Well, shit, go and look at what they're passing between now and the end of the year,
Well, the problem is like the stuff at the beginning of the year, this shit of not arresting people and there's no way that's going to work. There's just going to be nothing but a civil war, basically.
Well,
and what a lot of us are waiting on because we kind of knew this was coming. We've been preparing for years. There's people that have been preparing for decades. I'm not that fucking crazy. And red pill.
Yeah, exactly. And gosh, what was I gonna say? Crap, it just went out my head.
All right.
I was on another stream, and they said, yo, you're probably on a list. I said, I probably am.
We all are. If you are a male and white, and if you've ever voted against the Democratic Party, you are on their list.
And I read somewhere that they were gathering lists of all the Trump voters. I mean, what are you going to do? Come after how much? 90 million people? I mean,
they'll try, but the problem is we're not having the issues other countries did because we still have the right to bear arms. They don't want us to have the right to bear arms. And the reason an armed society is a polite society is, yes, you have gutter trash that steals shit and has weapons illegally and does dumb shit. But for every one of those, there's 100 of us that are legally licensed to carry, respectful, that, we just want America to go back to America. We're tired of this commie shit. But we also have to change. We can't tolerate Democrats doing the shit they've been doing for decades to get to where we are and not blame ourselves for not taking a better stance, because this is all of our faults because we believed in the government that is crooked as fuck. All of them, Republican, Democrat, they don't care about anybody. Now, Trump, he believed in America. I'm sorry, I was not a Trump supporter. I thought that it was a joke, like he was doing a bit for a show. But yet, to me, he's been one of the best presidents we've ever had since Reagan. Not that
Yeah.
Reagan was the greatest. There was problems there too, but he was still a good president, and he cared about us, the people.
Well, my dad called it. He said when 2008 happened, I won't even say his name. I don't even want to speak it.
But that evil piece of shit that wanted change, which was communist.
Yes. My dad said he will fundamentally change America, and boy, was he right.
And not for the better.
No. Well, again, we know we haven't had that many Democrats as presidents, but we've had plenty of them in office sneaking shit through, as you were talking earlier, Gab, as we all have. Sneaking shit in that you didn't know. I had a video of something in Michigan where they had passed, it was a weird bill. They were trying to sneak in where adolescents, without informing their parents, could then decide that, oh, I don't want to be a boy, I want to be a girl, and go be mutilated. Hell no. There's a reason you don't get to vote till you're 18, and I'm sorry. I think it should be older. You should have to be a little older, or you need to lower the alcohol, because after a fucking voting, you need a drink.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And another thing too is when I saw some stories of some of those people who changed their sex, and even one was a military guy, and he was like, I can't get my dick back. I can't get my dick back. And then one woman was like, I can't get my vagina back, and I can't, I tried to have sex, but I can't feel anything, and now I can't have a baby.
Well, no shit, stupid, because you were a boy to begin with. Yeah, exactly.
But they don't tell. The whole point is they don't tell them. And then I saw something on another stream which really disgusted me. They made, I don't know if you heard about it, they made a baby with an end like a butt plug that trans people could stick up their ass and
Oh yeah.
And squirt it out, like pretend they had a fucking baby. Are you fucking nuts?
See, this is why we need mental institutions back to put these fucking people. Look, I'm about being a little humane, but I'm also a little bit more on the, if you exterminate this problem, it won't be a fucking problem, because people will know we're not going to tolerate it anymore.
Yeah,
and I'm sorry, that's where I'm at 47. Like, this sick shit, all you motherfuckers that are A, doing it, and B, behind it, are what the problem is, and you all need to be sent
and
on a trebuchet and blasted into a fucking wall until you are dead, fucking dead. Now, I know there's more humane ways, but I'm just like, no, man. Let's bring back the horses and tie up fucking 5 horses, one to the cock, one to the legs, one to the arms, and go whoosh, each and every different direction. But you do the cock one first.
That's called drawn and quartered.
Yeah, drawn and quartered, exactly. Yes. Yeah, I mean, just like when Trump said, those other countries execute the drug dealers, but they make sure 1,000% that that's exactly what they're doing and how many people they harm. And then after they verify that, they kill their fucking asses. They kill them. They kill them.
Well, I'd love to hear your idea on this, because I know DL agrees with me, but here's my problem. We've got illegals coming in with lots of drugs, and yet nobody's shooting them. Because I'm sorry, if they're crossing illegal, they've got fentanyl, and you shoot them, you're doing in America a good thing. Why are we not fucking popping these cocksuckers off at the border?
Because they want to change the demographic makeup of America, and
yes, they do.
And dumbasses like currently sitting in the top spot, and other ones are letting China dictate and send that shit over here through there, and they're letting the cartels come over there. I'm all about, we need a military drug unit that we can and talk to the other countries and drop them in and take them out.
See, for the border,
drop them in and take them out.
Yeah. Well, I've got an odd theory. See, I think in order to be in the military, first off, like legitimate military, not this pussy one we've got nowadays, the real military from our generations, you need the students from ROTC that then don't just go straight into the military, but there's like a 2-year training course. Part of that training course is border patrol.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And you take the veterans that have recently departed, and they teach these motherfuckers how to do shit proper. Because then you've got the retired vets that are still worth something, because our veterans are the ones we train to have the peace that we had during our lifeline. Lifetime.
Unless you're in Russia and
Yeah.
they want to trade a bull dyke, instead of an actual decorated Marine.
Yeah, my brother's a Marine, and he is freaking livid over that and the way the military changed. But what you said about putting the ROTC at the border, he was like, if they activated all the veterans that are able and stuff to go down the border, he said, I would go down to the effing border.
Oh, exactly.
He said, I would. He said,
I
would
couldn't
go
serve
down there.
Gap because of being diabetic, but I would fucking be right there with him, brother.
I mean, he was like, he was calling me saying, I can't tell you where I'm at, but, keep a watch on, my sister-in-law and my girls, if I don't call you guys in 3 or 4 weeks, and all of that kind of stuff, I mean, he was like, I would be freaking down there in a heartbeat. And, and he kind of gave me the idea about the military drug unit. You drop them into Mexico and take them out. Just
Well, that's the
literally
problem.
take
We
them
need to
out.
do that with everybody, though, not just that. Like the problems in China. Look, do we hate Chinese people? Not necessarily, but at the same time, look, they can't rise up and overthrow their government that has done all this shit to them, the commie bastards, the way that is. And we're looking, going, wait a minute. But Biden has turned and made the actual American citizens like myself, you, your brother, anybody that's an actual hardcore American, and now we're called Nazis because we supported Trump. Trump said, make America great again. They're bashing it like it's a hate fucking line, yet BLM didn't give a shit about anything except for money, money, money. Let's fucking, rob, steal shit, burn buildings down, and give me. That's not the way society should work.
Yeah, see, the reason, somebody was asking me, what is it they hate about Trump? I said, because they stripped him freaking naked and totally exposed them in a like within months. He just stripped them naked, and now they're not scared to do anything now. They still try, and the thing is, the other side needs to have the same messaging that the dingbat people in charge now. I watched a clip of a series of Democrats talking, and they all say the same thing. Well, you Republicans need to do the same thing, and then you need to kick ass on both sides and get all you little fuckers out of there. They ain't doing shit. You're not supposed to go in there and make $150,000 and come out multi freaking damn millionaires. You're not supposed to be able to do that.
I want term limits and pay gaps. Why are they making more than us? They're supposed to be working for us, not against us.
Yeah.
And anybody that was down with this whole COVID bullshit because they created it, and they is everyone. Every nation had a hand in COVID. Don't fucking tell me they did.
Well,
it was not just one nation that did this. This was worldwide. All of our leaders, our owners, were trying to say, hey, we're going to take over. And the only place that didn't really fall for it was us.
Yeah, and you watch before this president's term is over, you watch China go after Taiwan. You watch. You wait.
Well, we got a weak president. He's weak.
They're waiting for the right now. This convenient Ukrainian war, and that's just my opinion. It's extremely convenient laptop.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's more than that though. There's proof of this is it right here. I've got it right here. This is shit that was said before Biden became president, and I will actually mute and play this one because this one's worth it. That's why I kind of have stopped and was like,
"Oh, he's back! He's back!"
Yes, yes, yeah, he's back. That was great.
His word, a true proponent of free speech and elementary fairness.
Yeah, Elon doing, and that's why they're pissed about him doing.
Raise a glass to Elon Musk, a man of his word, a true proponent of free speech and elementary fairness.
Yeah, exactly. And what makes them think that he isn't smart enough to know?
Exactly. I'm just trying to mute or pause it and get everything set up. This one here blew my mind. And I couldn't fucking believe it when I watched this. I was like, wait a minute. Let me mute myself so we don't have the echo. But you guys, yeah, this will be a
overdrive to clean up loose ends. November 16, 2016, 2 weeks after Donald Trump's victory, Joe Biden is on the phone with Poroshenko. His voice tenser now than before.
This is getting very, very close. What I don't want to have happen, I don't want Trump to get in the position where he thinks he's about to buy onto a politics where the financial system is going to collapse and he's going to be looked to pour more money into Ukraine. That's how he'll think about it before he gets sophisticated enough to know the details.
In other words, Biden does not want Ukraine asking for more money from Trump. Doing so would cause Trump to look into the details.
So anything you can do to push the Pravda Bank to closure so that the IMF loan comes forward, I would respectfully suggest is critically important to your economic as well as physical security.
Critically?
Holy crap. Holy crap.
Yeah, I found that and was like, holy shit. And we've called out that that's what was going on, and right there's fucking proof of it.
And people are going to go, well, they doctored the video. No, they didn't.
Yeah, you can go find the actual video. I just haven't done the research yet because, yeah, it's one of those, like, again, being retired and being able to kind of share this stuff. Sure, it's just proof that, look, we were right. Instead of asking me, how did I know? The question is, how the fuck did you not? The proof is in the pudding, baby.
Yeah, exactly. And what are we doing now? Pumping money where? You know, what about, you know, just like these big cities, you know, about the poor kids in the cities. Well, what about our poor kids out in the rural areas?
Yeah, they didn't care about us being fucking poor. There weren't no poor white kid college fund. There wasn't, you know what I had to do? I had to sling fucking tires. We all did. We all worked for a tire shop because that's what was around. Because we used to make shit. We don't make anything anymore. Except for people that consume.
And the other thing that bothers me is our drugs, our medicines. You know, I had to wait. You're going to 3 weeks because they had trouble getting my blood pressure medicine. I had to wait 3. Did you hear me? 3 weeks.
3 weeks to get your blood pressure medicine, which there should be no lisinopril.
Benazapro.
Okay, yeah, I'm on lisinopril. Yeah, but there should be no reason for that, right? Like, there's no. I'm dealing with the same thing. Medicare, Medicaid. Everybody thinks that when you're retired, you'll be taken care of.
No,
I've been doing videos with DL because it's nice to be able to have somebody that can verify how fucked up it's gotten, because I can't speak on pre-75, you know, and really 80. I don't, you know, I was 5 in the 80s, man, 1980. So it's hard for me to speak on that, but where you guys that are older than I am were actually teenagers or remember it more. So it's always I can look online, but I prefer talking to the people that lived in that generation, you know, the 2 generations before me. So that are here and can't talk. Because, you know, we used to be able to talk to each other. Nowadays, everybody doesn't really talk. They text or they don't do anything. You know, they're glued to their phones or glued to their computer screens. But same problem. Diabetic for a long time.
Yeah.
The pump's covered, the insulin's covered, but the sensors aren't covered. If I had the sensors the last decade of my life, the diabetes would have been under control, which would have given me another decade of better health to live longer. If we truly cared about health and mental health, we wouldn't be having the shit going on that's going on.
Well, no, I agree. And, you know, my doctor, I got pissed off at him, and I'm getting a new one. But, you know, he was like, well, I really, you know, I said, my AC, whatever the hell.
A1C?
Has been 9 for the past 3 years. I said, I've been asking you for 3 years to change stuff. But he changed it once. But then I couldn't continue because it was so damn expensive. It wasn't covered by, you know, Social Security or anything like that. They're like, no, I'm sorry, you got to pay out your ass if you want to save your life, you know, and stuff. And so I got pissed off at him again. I said, now I upped my insurance where my regular drugs are $0. So now can you give me the Farxiga or whatever the fuck that Jardiance or Rybelsus, something to help me get it down? I said,
Yeah.
I'm not eating that good anyway because everything's so freaking expensive. So don't ask me to do any dietary stuff because I can't afford that.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and that's the thing, right? Because I'm type 1 and there's type 2. And yeah, sometimes you can control it with diet and exercise, which is bullshit because I'm sorry. At the end of the day, the problem is the shit you put in your body is so full of crap. That's why we're in the situations that we're in, all of us. McDonald's is not health food, and we've all ate out. I've noticed as I got older, if I eat out, I'm sick for 2 days. I don't feel good. I just feel like I've stopped eating out. I've gotten to the point I'm not even ordering pizzas hardly anymore.
Well,
that's
yeah.
one go-to was like pizzas. Go out for pizza. There's a smokehouse I still go to. Because I love getting some fucking beautiful brisket or whatever I'm ordering that he's smoked. But that's a rarity, right? Because the prices have gone up. But that's that one thing once a month, that treat for yourself. Because why can't we treat ourselves? But yet illegals can come here and get all the health care and be paid for and have houses and everything. And we're paying for shit we can't get what we're deserved. What we're fucking owed at this point.
I want a free phone because my phone bill's $200 for me and my mom.
Wow.
I mean, and we do that because we're out in the boonies and we need that hotspot.
Yeah.
So it's like, I want a free phone and, why don't you pay my damn mortgage and shit for me for a while?
We never missed a mortgage payment during COVID. Where's our reward?
Yeah, I didn't miss mine.
We didn't get jack squat while these people were, they couldn't work. Yeah,
5 times the unemployment that they normally should have got.
Yeah, and you know what they should have done then if they were willing to give out shit like that? They should have said to all of us who paid on time for a long time, well, okay, we're just going to let you, while COVID's going on, you don't have to pay your mortgage. We're just going to extend it from 30 or, example, from 30 to, 33 years or how many
let's
ever
say
months.
that COVID ended in 2 years or 3 years. So we will just add a 3-year extension to it once the world goes back to normal. Because I did that with the car payment. I called up and I'm just like, look, because I used to volunteer at a place, but then when COVID happened, being diabetic, and President Trump was, hey, diabetics, and I didn't care. Because like I said, at that time I was still smoking cigarettes. And I just didn't give a shit, and then my daughter dropped on me that she was pregnant, and then my life changed. I mean, like literally, Gap, you can talk to any of the guys that we all hang around with, in the panels and shit, the guys that I'm with, and they can tell you it's the reason I'm here and with those people. It is a positive thing because I changed my life to live longer for my granddaughter. Because I was told I wouldn't live to be 21 at 9 when I became diabetic and they made me go through counseling. So my mindset's been kind of fucked. Okay. I will admit that. I've always just not expected to wake up the next day. And then at 46, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. Brandon Moyes died and he was my lifeline. And along with Paul, Mr. Peabody, now I've got DL, not that DL's a replacement, and all the guys that are here. And I missed my friend. I still think of him all the time and I fucking crack all the time and I cry because I miss my friend.
Yeah.
And I love DL because he's there for me even when I don't need him and vice versa because he's a friend. He's a real friend, not a fake friend. And same with Etep Wokuian, Tony Tone Deaf, AngelousDraven, Vinnieart. These guys, we all talk. And if it's not on the phone, like on a phone conversation or backstage doing stuff like this, it's in the groups that we're all in and messaging each other. And, Tony Tone Deaf did something really awesome today. And I was really happy for him that he was able to figure it out and get it done. Some PC stuff he was working on. And I'm like, dude, that's fucking epic, man. Like, to me, that's just showing you stuck with it. Like, you didn't understand the problem. You couldn't figure it out, but you stuck with it till you did. Then you understood it. You truly understood it and conquered it. And now, maybe because you were watching tutorials that over-explained it just didn't give you what you needed, but he could make a video and share how he did it to maybe help other people like him. That's paying it forward, man. We need to get back to paying it forward, planting trees for the generations we will never see the shade of. But those trees are there for the future, for the generations that will sit under it. But we know we planted them, man. We put them there for the future. What happened to that?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Something.
Yeah.
That's what I've been trying to figure out, except for 2008. But I kind of think it started a little bit before then with Clinton. But
I guarantee that's because, again, I was working. Time was good back then. So, and I wasn't really paying attention to politics back then. I had a wife, kids, family. And again, I just figured, I tried to live every moment to the fullest because I always was assuming I wasn't going to wake up, And again, it was a slap in the face. But I found all these great people. I'm still friends with WCBS. I'm still friends with Doomcock. Some of the guys make fun of it. But again, that's freedom of speech, man. You have that right. And the fact that I like him and you don't, why can't we still be friends? Just because, nerd culture is you have different opinions on shit.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
So I've never understood like some of the hatred and the stupidity. I'm just like, wait a minute. There's no logic here, yo.
No, I mean, I pissed off the Stargate fandom. I've got insider information and I sat on it. I sat on it for the longest time because he asked me, he's like, don't blow the load yet.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. And then, things started coming out. And even some of the people that are involved were like, why don't you just hold off a little bit? We're going to drop it. And then when I found out that other people had sort of the same thing going on and they knew the same people, I was like, I'm going to stay out of it, except for everybody, said, oh, you're a force for the fandom. I was like, oh, thanks. I appreciate it. But when I told him, I said, that gate is not going to spin this year, next year, maybe in 2025, maybe. It's on their radar, but it ain't going to happen now. They blew the hell up over me and called me all kinds of shit. And I just let it roll off my back. And I was just like, I put out a tweet a while back when it happened. I was like, fuck all of you.
Yeah.
For my opinion, and I am right, and you have no idea what the hell is going on, but fuck all of you. And it ain't gonna be what you want because it's gonna be wokeified because they shot down the original creator of all the 3 series. They shut him down. And they're soliciting stuff from other people. And it's not gonna, like now that they're have an open call for producers and writers to submit stuff for Stargate. It's on their radar, but first they want to fuck up Bond, and they want to. They're probably going to try to turn Bond gay or lesbian or trans. I don't know.
Or female. I mean, it's just entertainment's gone to shit, and we've watched them do this. But I was never Phantom Menace. Okay, I was not part of the Phantom Menace thing. Brandon Moyce was. My friend was. He was. Geeks and Gamer. I was a Geek and Gamer fan back in the day, when Germany was a lot smaller back with the High Council and all that shit. Okay, fine. But I just didn't ever go comics gay. But again, I was friends with people that were. And I've turned around and seen the Phantom Menace be a great thing and then turn around and turn into exactly what they were preaching against in the beginning. Well, I will watch this so you don't have to. Super chat me. What are all these dumb motherfuckers going to do when the shit hits the fan and nobody's got money to give you? And that goes for all of you that are begging for money all the fucking time.
Amen,
what the fuck are you going to do when none of us have no money? At least most of us will still be surviving because we set up. You are sitting there on the teat of other people. You're as bad as these fucking Democrat commie cunts.
Yeah,
I'll watch it so you don't have to. Hey, here's an idea. If you truly believe in the fact that this shit is shit, then why are you not boycotting it?
Yeah, exactly. And like when Lord of the Rings or Tampex of Power came out, I read the articles. I have a peep at Amazon, and they're like, you are going to blow a effing cork when you see this show. So skip it. So I kept on trying to tell everybody, and they were bitching at me. I was like, watch the original Lord of the Rings on HBO Max the same day that Tampex of Power premieres.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're full of shit, and blah, blah, blah. It ain't going to do nothing. Yeah, it would have done something. It would have made, you know, it would have shown them. And you're right. If you think, you know, like now Indiana Jones, they're bitching about. Well, you know what? They're probably gonna pass the torch to some woman. They're probably gonna kill him off, and they got time travel. So, you know,
yeah, they've already announced all that shit, and we called it before anything was announced. They're gonna make it woke. They're gonna, and instead, what are they doing? He's gonna disappear, and now he's never existed. Okay, great, but I didn't plan on going to see this movie anyway. And my biggest problem is when they do something right, nobody says anything. They still bitch. If all you're doing is looking for shit, you're going to find it whether it's there or not.
Well,
it's all about your perspective. I enjoyed Andor. DL
I like,
enjoyed
you
Andor.
know, I liked Andor too. You know, I felt like it was different enough, but it was kind of like Rogue One. I liked Rogue One.
Yeah, I did too.
I mean, you know, so, you know, and they were like, oh, but you didn't really dissect and rip apart unless you woke me and you opened my mouth and you woke me and shoved that woke down my throat and tried to choke me. I'm not stupid enough not to notice that.
Well, they try saying any strong female is woke. Look, during the war time frame, the ISB lady, that's legit though. Why would there not be strong female? Wasn't Princess Leia a strong female? Did I miss something? Princess Amidala, strong female, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Not woke though, right? Okay, so what the fuck is your guys' problem? By today's standards and their wokeness, the original Star Wars movie that they call The New Hope, we knew it as Star Wars, they call The New Hope, is woke as fuck. Look at Princess Leia telling people how to do shit, yelling at men. You know, has to lead the rebellion, you know. It's just, and it's not, but you can make anything woke. And you won't say when shit's good because you guys are all you're doing is watching. I saw the trailer for She-Hulk and didn't want to watch it. I've watched all the Marvel shows. I liked some of them. I could see some of the moments people are talking about. Like I enjoyed when they did the and I can't think of. I'm having a fucking brain fart here. In the animated series, and they were bitching about it because they made What If. I'm like, but that was
What If.
What Ifs. Now, was there woke moments in there? Yeah, to an extent there was. But at the end of the day, that's the whole point of fucking What If, you know?
Well, yeah, and you're right. If you are gonna watch it and say you're gonna watch it so I don't have to watch it, you shouldn't watch it because you're giving them ratings.
Yep.
And
What's
like
up,
this,
TJ?
Did you see where Jennifer Lawrence said that they had never put a female in an action movie before she did Hunger Games?
Excuse me. What? Excuse me. What ass were you sucking on when you said that statement? Because excuse me, there was female action heroes, Sarah Connors, Ripley.
There was
Leia, Red Sonja.
Red Sonja. Yeah. Excuse me.
And that's just a few. There were many others.
Yeah. Barbarella. Yeah. And Willow. When I heard about Willow, I am not watching it. I haven't watched it, but when
what was the point of the Lord of the Rings? Like I watched it, right? I did. I watched it because I'm like, I pay for it. I'm going to watch it because I want to see what they do. Now I'm not like all huge into Tolkien and shit, right? Like I've seen the movies. I haven't read the books or anything. I enjoyed the movies and I watched the series. Now, if it was not titled Lord of the Rings and it was its own thing, it could have been okay. No matter how you feel. I'm sorry, but the storytelling, there's storytelling there. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying they're telling a story, right? And I saw where they made the switch. They make you think that this dude's a good dude. Then you find out he's Sauron. And you thought that the good dude that is Sauron, and it's not. He's actually like Gandalf. So,
yeah.
And again, I mean, I don't know lore. And again, I'm coming at it, just looking at it as your average person. Was it perfect? No. But it was okay enough that it did tell a story and it had, you were expecting one thing and that didn't happen and then it ended. Was it shit? Yeah, there was some shit parts, but there were some good parts in there too that I enjoyed, some of the orcs and shit and then killing the elves. And I was enjoying the geeky part of it. Well, I didn't get all about the wokeness and shit. I didn't give a fuck. I'm like, I'm going to watch this. You know?
Yeah, well, they said they Mad Mardigan, they made him, a deadbeat dad. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, young men and little boys need strong male role models. I'm sorry, they really do. If not, you're going to have a lot of beta and zeta males. You need alpha male. You need a good male role model, and you need a good female role model.
There's a reason that they did what they did to us, though. Okay, look, if mom and dad both have to work, that means there's less time for mom and dad. Mom's not taking care of the kids like the old days. Let's just put this on the table. If you're offended, you shouldn't be fucking watching this show. What's up, Jens? How you doing, Jens? There's my motherfucking Brit.
Hey,
What's
Jens.
up, brother?
I wonder can't hear anything.
You can't hear us, Jens?
You all right, bud? Yeah. But there's a reason they did that shit. Mom and dad are working. Now we can triple tax them. And now they're going to have to pay more income tax. And now they're going to have to do this. And then the kids are just put off in daycares or put in front of the TVs and shit. And then this is the shit that's on the TVs. How can you say they're not programming the kids when we see the shit that they're doing, man? They are.
Well, yeah, but they changed it where you had to have a 2 household income. They changed that.
Yeah. That was all part of their plan, though. Let's destroy the nuclear family and then bring in this gay shit and this LGBTQ off your ass shit. I'm sorry, the gays that I know aren't about any of that LGBT shit either. They hate it as much as straight people do. Because they're like, this shit is not right. This shit is not normal. This is not
like Stargate. Like one of the Stargate series did have a lesbian couple. It was in Stargate Universe, but you know what? It was not shoved down your face. It was a matter of fact. It was just a matter of fact. And one was in the Stargate. One was in the Stargate program, and one wasn't. And if they fuck up Stargate, I'm going to be pissed because I've been a fan since 1994, and they've had diverse out their ass. For 17 seasons, out their ass. So, I don't know how much more representation you can get from a show like Stargate because they had everything in it. Everything. All types of races and sexuality. It had all of it. Even take Star Trek, the original series.
Oh, yeah.
When Kirk switched bodies with that woman doctor. I mean, that was back in the damn 60s.
Yep. I wonder about that time frame from the 60s. They had communicators. We all have cell phones. How did they know? I mean, it's like, wow.
Yeah, and I watched, I'll admit, I watched season 1 and 2 of Star Trek Discovery. I was fit to be tied halfway through season 1. I was ready to be tied and beat up at the end of season 1 until Pike came in. But now they've totally... You can't, like you said, communicators became cell phones. You are not going to get any new tech out of New Trek.
Nope.
Because they are just on this agenda and they're just trying to shove it down your throat. And, who Miss Federation President... the only election she'll ever win. But come on at me at Twitter, people, if you hear this. I'm sure you will. But you're not going to get any imagination. You're not going to spark little boys and little girls' imagination to want to be a scientist or a doctor, or like Stargate, an Air Force pilot, a female. A lot of fans became doctors for space stuff because of Stargate and Star Trek and all of that. But I don't think they're gonna do anything but create little activists down the road.
No,
from all this new Trek stuff, and Picard pissed me off so bad that I refuse to watch Star Trek: The Next Generation anymore. I cannot look at that man.
Oh,
anymore.
we watched that first season of Picard, and all we did was rip on it, brother. It was like we made fun of it because it was like at the end of the day, it was the Kmart special Wolverine with the Kmart special Professor. Like that, the only way we could get through it was because we made fun of it. And when they launched season 2, we were done. Because when the how does it work? Use your imagination. What the fuck? Like, I'm like, really? And we just had to make the Borg lady 7 and 9 a lesbian? Like, really? Come the fuck on. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but really, did you ever think she was a lesbian from the
No, no,
she
I
was
didn't
with
either.
Chakotay.
Yeah, Chakotay. Yeah, exactly. So, you know, gosh, you know, this...
I myself wasn't a big, I didn't watch Discovery. I'm an original series fan. I did get through the entire Next Gen because I'm sorry, when that first came out, everybody hated it, and I was one of them. I just didn't care for it. Then I watched it later because it's very progressive, and you know, they change shit, you know, and it makes sense. But then again, that's that tolerable bullshit, and that's why we're in the situation where we're in right now. The shit that happened during Next Generation, instead of men doing this and that, it has to be made for everybody. No, it didn't. It really, the opening I don't feel needed to change, but it was okay. And once it got going, it wasn't too bad here and there. But it still, to me, wasn't after Picard. We had a good ending to Next Generation with the future episode and him being on, with the wine and all that shit. Fine, great, cool, no problem. But yeah, I saw that shit. I couldn't believe it, dude. I was like, there's no way. I can't watch this shit. It's just unwatchable.
I know, but freedom of speech and all of that set aside, these actors and actresses sometimes need to put their free speech down a few freaking notches, because it turned me so off to watching Star Trek The Next Generation that I almost thought about going up and filming and burning a picture of Picard in front of my box set of Next Generation. That's how much all those little bitches and their bullshit in public and Picard have ruined Star Trek The Next Generation for me. I could give a flying fuck's ass rat to watch that shit anymore. I mean, I don't even want to look at your face because I know what you really think about us. And, you don't do that to fans and stuff like that. You don't have to kiss the fans of the asses of the fans, but you got to be respectful because, excuse me, you wouldn't have had a hit series if it wasn't for all of us watching your shit.
Well, we knew Picard was a little bit fucking woke anyway. If you saw the one X-Men movie, dude,
Well, yeah, that's true.
That whole bullshit, like that whole movie. You see the beginning of it where they're Jack and Wolverine, right? Like that's what cholos do, though. Like that's legit. That's how that is. Like people love the Karate Kid, the Cobra Kai, right? But if you watch season 1 when Johnny's in that gas station picking out pizza, that's a legit how those places are in California. Like I had a friend that's like legitimately going, I've been there in that area, and let me tell you, that ain't no joke about trying to find the better piece of pizza that's been cooking all fucking day.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's just sad. People cheer for it, and then they don't understand the communism. How's it going, Jens? Any better this time, bud?
Oh, guess not.
No, unfortunately, he's trying. But yeah, that's what I saw about the Picard. And here's what you were talking about. I made sure I threw that up there because it's like, that's one of the ones.
Oh, sure. That is boiling me. Just looking at that is,
why? Why are we not bringing him home? What the fuck? This cunt that doesn't even like America, And I mean, I try to do some of this shit because that's what it's here for.
I think of the movie Midnight Express. That's, she should be doing her hard labor.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Oh God, you passed that witch. Don't go back.
Yeah. Well, no. It's actually that one's. Trust me. It's on here because it's funny. This is the one I'm going to mute myself so this can play because this is proof that they don't really care about women. The Nazi party does not care about women. The Biden party does not care about women. And just listen to the woman tell you how much they don't care about women.
Administration have chosen to mark this 50th anniversary that we are observing this year of Title IX's passage by taking away the rights of women. redefining Title IX to include so-called gender identity, and banning women's sports programs that insist only biological females can compete in every federally funded school in America, from kindergarten all the way through college. In today's Democrat Party that is anti-woman and anti-truth, this woke Biden administration and its elite allies, they will harass and intimidate anyone who dares to disagree with them and their agenda, bully people into compliance. Now, President Biden
from a woman, mind
Yeah,
you. A
yeah.
woman is telling you guys this shit. It's not me. It's not Gap. It's not DL. Wasn't Jens.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the thing. We know this shit. We see this shit. Now we need to do something about it. Mr. Fisk, says, we were sitting there. Chris Fisk, great guy. We're sitting there talking. He's like, I'm waiting on the adults, because us, we are middle aged, but we're sitting there going, where's the adults? And sadly, we're the adults, but they've beaten us down to the point where nothing. Now, your favorite person here, this one.
Of who we are, who live on Earth.
Oh man, that's a great question, and I think it's something that we all share up here. One of the unique perspectives that we have here is to see Earth in its entirety. We orbit the Earth. We see 16 sunrises and sunsets every day, and
look, the hand goes right through it. Bad CGI.
Yeah, that's crap.
That's why I had that sitting there, because so many people. But let me guess, the Legion of Memers are the ones that actually made that, so it's not legit, right? Give a shout out to Horny Alf and the Legion of Memers. Good guys, good. Love the work they're doing, man. All right, Jens, coming, brother. There we go.
Yes. So
Holy shit, take 3, he's back.
Yeah, well, I'm twice I've been in. It's been. Cutting out and that. So I know if I started talking, it's usually, if you're sounding like breaking up, then usually when I'm talking, it'll sound broken up. So I thought, I'll go out and see if maybe it's something to do with the connection.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well,
they like to throttle internet and make us all have to fight to get on to be able to say what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
And you got the double, because I talked with Brent yesterday, but the whole talk about Russia wanting to flatten you UK guys out, so they're in bed with China in the Middle East. So if they want to fuck with your internet, they're gonna dicks.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's a masculine conversation start going on.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah,
well,
and
it's, we get tired of this shit, brother. All of us. I mean, you and I have had great conversations. As we were talking, Gap and I were talking, like, we enjoyed Andor. You and I, we enjoyed Moon Knight. When they do stuff right, we're going to say they did it right. When they fuck up, we're going to call them out, but we're not going to just say everything's fucking woke. Like, we are legitimately the people you should be kind of listening to, not these bigger channels that want your money. And again, we're not asking for anything. We're just giving you our points of view. I was going to try to jump on with you the other night, but by the time you went live, I was passed the fuck out, brother.
Yeah. So, well, fuck. That was because I'd done a factory set on my phone because it started acting a bit slow and that. And so I'm thinking, I'll just factory set it so I know, because I dropped it a few times and that. Yeah. So I didn't know. Well, anyway, I factory set it, and then when I'm going on to StreamYards, it's asking me, or sort of telling me, your browser needs access to your mic and that. And usually it'll come up with allow access, and so you put yes, sort of thing, or accept, or whatever. Yeah. But I had to do it manually, and I didn't even know browsers had settings on them.
Right.
And so I had to go into the browser setting, which was Chrome, and give it access to me mic and camera.
Yeah.
Because I know definitely if you haven't got a mic, StreamYard won't allow you on because there's no point. Because it's like, you got no
dude,
mic.
I've even set up like for my own stream because like normally I'll have the camera off and the mic off. And I've had it where I've logged in here on my computer and it won't let me access my own shit till I do this. And then all of a sudden everything works normal because it's so hung up on the fucking camera. That's the bullshit I hate about StreamYard. It's like, I don't have to have my camera on in order. The microphone, you're right. But they've got shit in this program they need to work and take out because I don't have to be on camera. You know?
Yeah.
Let's say I'm deaf. Let's say I'm going to be signing. Then I don't need a microphone. So again, you know.
Yeah.
Adam, thanks for having me on. I got 2% left on my phone.
Gap, thanks for jumping in, man. I was only going to do originally about a 20-minute video, and then DL was free, and you jumped in. So thank you for coming, man. Anything you want to plug before you bounce?
No, I enjoy the conversation. You dudes are awesome. You keep it real. That's what I like about you guys.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Well, we'll be doing OMT, man. Old man talk. I don't give a fuck, man. I have fun with it. I like bringing guys on and just having that open format. I mean, it doesn't have to be guys. Women are welcome. Tina Bojan, you're welcome. Lasso, you're welcome. Lindsay, you're welcome. Chef, always. But yeah, man. Thanks for coming and partying with us and playing, man. I do appreciate it, man.
Yeah, likewise. All right, peace out, guys.
Take care, bro.
That's right, yeah. Talking about the attack on masculinity, you heard James Cameron talk about how he's glad he's lost all his testosterone levels, so he doesn't make nasty masculine films like Terminator no more.
Yeah. Well, it's because he got that gender fluid.
Yeah.
Instead of testosterone.
Oh yeah. Well, he's probably been eating them Impossible burgers.
I was thinking more or less the maybe he was trying to be one of the first cricket eaters. The bugs were not split. That our bodies can't fucking digest. But
yeah, but them bugs don't make you soy. They just make you fucking dead, don't they? When you
know,
have
right?
so
Like, have a cricket burger. Why is he dead? Well, that's what they do.
Yeah. Because I don't know how much it'll take, but if it can't digest it, you'll end up with your bowels having to get sort of emptied out, which probably involve an operation, or you just die because I think it becomes toxic after it.
I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's some stuff that if you don't get rid of it, it just festers and goes toxic. And then,
hell yeah.
So have you seen how they're trying to sell them bug burgers?
No, I mean, like I said, I've had I went to the Wahlburgers. I tried one of the Mark Wahlberger burgers, which was that soy burger thing. I tried it. It was okay. Like I was like,
yeah.
I mean, I don't mind trying shit. Look, it's one thing to talk shit about, but at least I tried it. I tried it. Okay, fine. It kind of tasted like a burger. No big deal.
Yeah.
I'm not going to convert and not eat beef, baby. I went and spent $450 on a cow again.
Yeah. Well, like the thing is it don't taste too bad because that's why it's going to be sold sort of like because give them the credit, they have got it tasting like meat and that, but it's just what it's made of, where it's like, it don't matter how good it tastes, if it's going to make you into a soy bitch. Yeah.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, there is literally soybeans in a lot of shit. Like, let's let everybody know that you're not a fucking insane person, because you're not. You're sane. But we're not meant to ingest as much of that shit as they're trying to push on us.
Adam, it doesn't matter whether I'm insane or not insane, as long as I'm not a soy bitch.
Oh, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
You're
And
not a soy bitch though, because
No.
I hear the words you say, and you're not wrong. And sometimes sometimes I understand the English that you're speaking. Maybe that's what it is. Because so many people can't understand you. Love you, Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. But yeah, I mean, we rib on you and you rib on us back, but it's meant with love, right? Like we know that. Those of us that know you,
I'm trying to make you Americans masculine again so you can do 80s action films. I'm sick and tired of seeing all our British soy boys playing your American action heroes like Batman and Spider-Man. When are you Americans going to man up and say, no, we want a masculine American? Oh, we've even got our women taking over your roles now with Indiana Jones.
So speaking, since you hit the nail on the head, we were having this discussion, me and DL last night. I was a little stoned, and my blood sugar was like 600, dude. I was having a rough night last night. But I talked with DL for a bit, and I'm going to do it now so I don't forget. Why is it, like we were talking about feminism, right? Because that's where a lot of this shit stems from. They gathered, they started taking over schools and education and slowly but surely changing shit. Now, here's what I don't understand, right? Gay, lesbian, feminist, who now they don't want lipstick lesbians. They want soy boy men and women that are bigger than the soy boy men. I mean, there's some bitches out there that are bigger than us guys. It's like, wait a minute, what the fuck?
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, okay, if you're a lesbian, you like sleeping with a chick, fine. And I knew some bull dykes that were some kick-ass chicks, dude. We'd all go, look, we could go to the bar with these ladies and they would pick up ladies with us and we'd all have a good time. That's fine. But the shit we see today, that's just nuts.
Well, what it is they want men to be women and women to be men because they know that, like, men can't be women and women can't be men. Some of them can act like them quite well, but they never can be because we're genetically different.
Yes, exactly.
And to get rid of masculinity, you need to like promote real soy shit, and so that's what they're doing. And then
but it's funny to see them make the women more manly. It's like, if you're gay, wouldn't you want a pretty lady? I mean, I'm just saying, like, and for a guy, I mean, I guess you would kind of want maybe obviously less manly than the three of us, but there's some kind of girly boys that weren't like soy bitches, but just the little many petty motherfuckers, like the Talking Dead little fucker, Chris Hardwick, that go get his nails done and shit, but he was still a guy. It's like, okay, a little fruity, but not gay, but fruity. Okay, sure, no problem. But this women that are turning into men and making men into girls, and then the insanity of guys shoving shit up their ass to pretend that they're giving birth, like, that is a mental fucking illness that needs to be decapitated.
Oh yeah. Well, it's mass psychosis formation, where if one person does it, they like think it's stupid. But if 10 people are doing it, they think they've been, because I don't want to be considered a bit of an outcast, which usually they are boring fucking outcast bastards. It's like,
definitely.
I've seen most of them that, like, they will fucking promote, like, She-Hulk or whatever. They'll promote She-Hulk, saying, oh, it's the greatest thing ever, I'm going to be watching it. And then when everyone's like, oh, this is shit, which soy cunts are watching this? 4 episodes in, like, oh, it's shit. Oh, which silly cunts are watching that? Not me. It's like, oh yeah, well, you watched 4 episodes. I know you did, because you did a fucking review of it. But mass psychosis, and it's money, because, like, earning money, you go for the lowest sort of like denominator in public, which is usually your dumb daft cunt who follows a mass psychosis of like whatever's fucking trending. Oh yeah, I'll have to And so to earn more money, you do go for that mass psychosis bunch of idiots that like haven't got much of a life, and so anything that's more entertaining than them watching the soaps, because that's what most of them do. They've got so much of a sad life. They watch soaps, and so yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just nuts. I didn't think because we're all close in age here. I didn't think we'd live to see this happen to all of us, man. I mean, this isn't just an American thing. This is a world thing, bro.
Yeah, well, it's masculinity. It started dying out back in the sort of 90s when they started doing Hunger Games and all that shit. Well, that wasn't even in the 90s, but yeah. I think it died out because, like, it was still, but it got to that stage where people started mocking it because they couldn't understand, like, the Running Man. That got mocked, like, oh, it's so stupid. Oh, but now when you look back on it, it's so like
they were predicting
ahead of its.
Oh yeah,
yes, yeah, and so it's just these idiots that like the world, I believe, isn't fucking gonna be full of geniuses, or else we'd sort of like die out because we'd invent something that like would get us loads of money and that, and then we'd probably just fucking live life doing what we liked and that. And so you need idiots who will fucking have no choice but to breed with another idiot so they can get some benefit.
Oh yeah. Yep, he might have. Well, all right. I'm gonna play this real quick. Let's see. No, I'm not. Here's what I'm looking for. Nope, wrong button. There we go. So this.
Money
Oh, there he is. Okay.
For their child.
Yeah.
And
oh yeah. This is where we're going to be tonight at 10 p.m. I'm going to make sure I plug this right now. I'm going to also plug it at the end. We're going to be on with Nelson, who used to be Nelson the Gentleman, who is now Nelson the Psychopath, which is fine. We're going to be talking about aliens and shit, not the illegal kind, but the little green men, and shit like that tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want to make sure I plug that throughout the stream, just because we'll go for a little bit longer here. I got about 10, 15 minutes we can kill before I got to bounce off. But it literally, what I don't understand again is we've had to sit back and take it, and we're tired of it. So I'm hoping that the government will finally decide to step up and do the right thing and get this piece of shit that's a commie bastard and all of them that supported the COVID shit and everything else. They need to be rounded up, taken out, and Guantanamo Bay, man. That's how I see it. These people deserve to be locked up and behind bars for the rest of their natural lives. And they can eat all the cock meat sandwiches they want, cockroaches and everything else. I don't care. They can have all the soy burgers and everything else and all be in a little mental institution where they all belong. Because if they're truly the 1%, why are the 99% of us still dealing with this bullshit? Let's just take them out.
Because there's not enough masculinity. That's what I believe. Yeah. Well, as I say, once people are like watching their masculine fucking action shit, like Scott Atkins in Accident Man, then the government's going to be like, oh shit, they're probably masculine. We don't want to fuck with masculine men.
Well, a lot of us have sat back and just been quiet, right? Because we're waiting to see where everything falls. Like, most of us still believe in it. Like, when I say take them out, my theory is you take them out. But you could put them back in the insane asylums and let them live out their lives in a fucking insane asylum where they're all insane. So how about we just block off California and put all the nutsies over there?
Yep.
you know, and then we're going to do the Lex Luthor and we're going to hit that fault line and watch the fucker sink. That's my point of view. But you could go the other way and be nice, but no more tolerating this shit. Like, that's it. Pop needs to get smacked upside the fucking head and be like, you don't shower with your daughter, you don't smell people. And then if he is found out to have been a pedo, as we all know he is, the pedo in chief, I'm sorry, refer to what I said earlier. I think all pedophilias and anybody that rapes anybody should be executed. Right there in Times Square, I don't give a fuck. Put it on pay-per-view. DL and I talked about this. I think we weren't on air. How about we do pay-per-view? You take all these pedos and all these rapers and we put them in an arena. And we pay-per-view this motherfucker. And it's Gladiator, the real style. Only we're going to have a version where they think only one person wins, but there is no real winner.
Like Running Man.
We're going to Running Man these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. And then
last year's losers.
Yeah. Is it some and Price?
Don't touch. If you can kill a dog for biting the children, why are you not executing the motherfucker that are raping them? As that girl said, how many children have to have all this shit happen before you pick up a gun and defend them? You're not wrong at all, Jens, on a lot of stuff. I know people like to nitpick you or make fun of shit.
Fuck them.
You're saying I got your back, bro. I know what.
Yeah, all these people that want to nitpick me and all that, they don't do it on my fucking stream because they know I'll tell them to fuck off and they'll cry like a little bitch. They're all they're all tough talkers behind someone's back.
Yeah. Well, you know damn well, you and I have had many good conversations, dude. I love you like a brother, man. I mean, I love the perspectives that you bring. And it's, you know, sometimes you go a little bit further than I do, but that's okay. That's why we're individuals, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'm a cunt. I don't care if people like me or not. Yeah. I just want them to know that I'm masculine. That's all I'm bothered about. I don't care.
Here's how I see it, Jens. The thing is, you're like the rest of us. We still believe in freedom of speech. We're going to speak our mind. It doesn't matter if you listen. We'd be standing out in the street with cardboard signs screaming at the top of our lungs. Nobody has to listen, but we're out there and somebody's going to hear us. And again, we have been lucky enough. Look how lucky we've been, bro. All of us, all three of us. But look at the people that we've gotten to meet and the people that we've realized we're soy cunt bitches. And we're no longer following that shit. We're sticking with the good people and trying to push good stuff. Like, you know, we did make fun of you a little bit, you know, Tommy and guys, but we did it out of love, man. When we're like, you know, I go, when I imitate you, it's not meant out of hatred. It's meant for nothing but love. When I'm going, you know, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know, it's meant for love, man.
Oh, yeah.
You, man, you know?
Yeah, I don't care, as I say, what people say about me, as long as it's not, he's a soy-nerd bitch.
Exactly.
That's all I'm bothered about, yeah.
Yeah, well, no, you're definitely not a soy-nerd.
No, fuck no.
Not at all, brother. Never have you been. From the day I met you, never have you been, or will you ever be. You know?
Well, you never know. You never know, because with all these chemicals in the water and the plastic wrapping and that shit, 10 years from now, I could be like giving a respective on Wakanda Forever, saying how great female-led action films was back in the 2000s.
I know a couple people that saw that movie, and trust me, if those words ever came out of your mouth, I'm coming with a fucking, I don't know how I'm going to get there. I don't know how I'm going to fucking find you, but I will promise you this, and this is how much I promise you, and I mean it, brother. I'm going to actually come and kick your fucking ass. I've got a passport.
I'll need it,
I will come there and put my size American 13 up your fucking ass if they do that to you. That is my promise to you, brother.
Yeah, well, I'll respect it because there'll be something wrong with me. There'll be something going on that I will need an ass kicking if I'm thinking Wakanda Forever's any kind of decent action film. Well, that's Parrothead, but that's because Arnie's been fucking compromised, you know.
Yeah.
Well, like Arnold, let's talk about Arnold for a minute. I'd seen some newer stuff where he's talking about, you know, and I don't know. I'm not a bodybuilder. Like I lift, but not like that. I mean, I was proud of myself to be able to curl 50 pounds. Like I got myself up to 50. That's been my limit. when I quit smoking and due to a lot of the surgeries and shit I've had, I got to be very careful not to strain the eye.
Yeah.
that I
Well, that's
have.
the thing.
So
Well, that's
it's
the thing with
lightweight
weightlifting.
workout. Yeah, man.
Yeah, with weightlifting, you've got to be really careful because it is all about straining your body when you're weightlifting. That's how you build mass. And so, if you do have any problems, like I've got a bit of a back problem, so I don't like train that hard. Or you know, and so it's like where, yeah, if you have any health problems and that, weightlifting is sort of like a bit dangerous.
Oh yeah, and I've got both. I've got dumbbells, free weights, and
Yeah.
I've also got a couple machines. And you know that, where I'll do the.
Oh yeah. Well,
yeah, you and I talked about this numerous times. It's like, yeah, I do because you're like, yeah, you've got a really nice gym. I'm like, well, thank you, brother, because I bought a lot of stuff from garage sales because again, I believe in recycling. I don't have to have a brand new product if I can get something at a decent cost, and then maybe I got to replace a couple wires on it or something because those lines the wire lines you got to replace eventually. But yeah, I mean that's the thing. I bought used stuff. What's wrong with some used fucking plate weights, man? Like I don't need brand new.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
and
wait.
I do it for me. I'm not doing it for anybody but me, and that's what made it different. Like on here, you're not going to see as much. Like when I do this, I look like I got toothpick arms, but when you actually see how much muscle has formed and it's rounded and it's just not a flat arm anymore.
Yeah, well,
it's
when you
up. But again, it's from
you
the light workouts. It's the year plus not smoking cigarettes, in the gym, working out, steady workouts every day, not pushing myself too far, and staying smart.
Yeah, I was saying like when you're doing your weights, you're doing more to get cut and sort of chiseled. Yeah, where
define the muscle. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I've noticed that you had like got leaner and that.
Yeah.
Because as like with weights and that, it is good for men at like 40 or other to do weights because your body, with being younger in that, your body is used to burning calories and that, and so if you don't, you can put on a bit of weight. If you're being younger, then like when you get into your 40s, and so weightlifting is for like older men to keep themselves sort of fit. So I always like recommend dudes to get like weights. Obviously, you don't have to get massive weights to be like Mr. Olympian, like fucking Arnie and Lou Ferrigno and that. But,
right.
Yeah, but getting some weight so you keep the muscles in like pretty good shape. So, because the thing and all is, once you get muscle and that, it's easier to get muscle back. To get it back into shape than it is to regain them. And so, if you haven't got any muscles and that, it is quite hard to get the muscles. But once you get muscles and that, like you don't have to keep training every day, but you have to do a bit once a week or something.
I had a guy once tell me at the YMCA. It was decades ago, but he was a bigger guy. He had put on weight, and he was basically trying to get in better shape. And of course, I was a tall, skinny little runt cunt.
Yeah,
it is. Etep Wokuian 6'2", 6'3". I'm 6 foot. We were standing side by side, having a good time, no problems, the way it should be. But like when you see this, this is the way there we go. So that's me and Etep side by side. That's from over a year ago. And again, it's we're shooting, but he's taller than I am. I'm 6 foot. He's about 6'2", 6'3". But he was one of the guys that helped me while I was training. If I had questions, I could ask him. And he didn't make fun of me or be like, "Oh, why don't you look it up on the internet?" Or like I asked him respectfully because of his training and the things he did, and he would explain to me that otherwise I probably would not have understood. But he was there to support me when I needed it. He was a real friend that cared enough to take a couple minutes out of the time to respond with a text message or a call back. Or, you know what I mean? Like, and it helped us bounce back off of each other because it was like having a gym bro. He'd be working out, I'd be working out. Tim's talk, you know, I've talked back and forth with him a little bit, and because he motivates both of us. Etep's a little bit younger than I am, but we're still all the same, age range. You know, all of us are. We're all close in age. DL's a little bit older than us, but he's part of the group, and he's our elder. As I've said from day one, DL is our elder, and we respect our elder, and we love him, and he can say whatever the fuck he wants when he wants, and he does. So,
fuck yeah.
It's, but that's just this channel, and I go on other channels that are different, and it's fine. And, I come on with you, everything's fine. I go on with, it doesn't matter, Vinny, I go on with Tommy, and we all have fun, we all together to have fun on what little bit of time we've got on this planet. Because let's face it, we don't live that long,
Yeah, but you're a pretty chill guy though, Adam, and that. So I've sort of like got on with you, but I've noticed you get on with quite a lot of people because you do have that sort of like, well, I've got my opinion, you can have yours sort of thing. And so usually you will get on with like quite a lot of people sort of thing. So yeah, where with me, sometimes I have that opinion of like, if you're watching fucking soy shit, female fucking led action, you can fuck off. And that's why some people get a bit,
But I get it though, like we've joked about it though. And again, but seriously, you and I have talked about the fact, again, Moon Knight. We liked Moon Knight. And you're like, no, you're okay. You actually liked it because it was a good series. I'm not pointing out because I didn't really know the character much, but it was enough that I watched the series and it made me want to check out the comics. And that's what a series can do if you don't know the item,
Yeah, the comics are much masculine than
the show.
Yeah, than the show. But because I knew a bit about Moon Knight, I didn't know loads about Moon Knight, but I know enough that I realised that even though the TV show wasn't going to be as masculine as the comic book and as like far crazy and fucking that, but I knew the character was so masculine that unless they did a He-Man where they totally kill him off in episode 1 and bring him back in the last episode, he was going to be there kicking ass, and he was fucking beating the shit out of wolves, zombie wolves and jackals.
I know Seth from the men's room, like we were kind of watching it, and then he looked at some of the comics and he's like, why didn't they do this? I go, because it's Disney, dude. Like, come on, wake up for a minute. Like, if we had those conversations where, they could go from the comics, which is very masculine, but the version we got, I didn't think was that bad. I understand it was a little toned down, but again, we're talking about Disney. Let's get realistic here. At the end of the day, it was a child's company. We know they're doing some evil shit, but how far down the rabbit hole are you going to go? Like on boycotting? That's my thing. Like, I watch what I like, you watch what you like. We compare notes, and we get along. Here we are. Like, there's no hatred here.
Well, it didn't like get as much because they had to get a female because Moon Knight was so masculine. They had to get a female sort of character in there to
balance it out a little, make it less. Yeah.
And but they didn't cock Moon Knight. It was one of them where Moon Knight was doing all the like action fighting. There was a bit where she did a little bit of fighting in that, but most of the fighting was done by Moon Knight and that. And so and he was kicking ass like a masculine dude. He wasn't like sat around hoping She-Hulk will say.
No, I enjoyed it, dude. I did. I didn't watch She-Hulk. I gotta say, out of the series so far from Disney, out of all of them, right? Because I watched WandaVision. I was like, okay, whatever. I didn't really care, but I watched it. I was like, all right, whatever. Captain America, Winter Soldier, whatever bullshit that we got with. Oh, what was it? Wait. Black Captain Falcon America. When we got Black Captain Falcon America, I watched that shit. It was pretty cringe at points, but the point where he did decapitate that motherfucker with the shield, loved it. U.S. agent, baby, all the way. But again, it was another series, yes, I didn't give a fuck about. Most of the series they came out with, I really didn't give a fuck about. But Moon Knight, I loved it, brother. I ate that shit up, man. I was like, this is good storytelling. And then getting to meet people like you and talk about it. And as for memes, yeah, the One Punch Man stuff that he's been doing for the last couple of years, dude, because I know memes. I've talked, it's been a minute since I've talked with him. But like we're buddies on Facebook and stuff too. If I'm ever in his area, we're gonna get together and hang out. Memes is a really good dude. Let me just say that for anybody who doesn't know the Memes of Destruction. He is a great fucking troll. And an all-around good guy though. So yeah, dude, I don't know. I think a lot of what Vinny says is true. And again, we're all lifelines to each other one way or another. You know, I get what I need. You guys get what you need, but we're not in it to hurt each other. We're just here to have fun. You know, old nerd talk or new day talk. It doesn't matter what we're talking about. You know, I'm going to have a perspective as an American. DL's going to have one as a little bit of an older American. You're coming from the UK. So I love doing this shit, man. I think it's great. I think this is the way that the platform should be. Hey, freedom of speech. It doesn't matter what we say. If you don't like what we're saying, you don't have to watch. Go away.
Yeah.
If you do, and if you don't, you can leave a comment and tell us what you don't like. Well, we'll bring you on. You're going to get roasted, but we'll bring you on. But we will give you the opportunity to point out what you're trying to say. That's why I have an open platform for the most part. There are a couple people that will not be on here, but other than those few, I don't deal with fucking traitors and people that stab you in the back. You can go fuck yourself. Every single last one of you that use myself and DL and because of people that we knew, and then you go to a new group and start the same shit that you've done with 4 other sets of people. Yeah, good luck with your fucking life. You know, and we got to worry about what happens in January because we really don't know. I mean, we got a fucking idiot in the White House. One day we could all go to bed. Nobody wakes up because they done blown the world up while we were all asleep.
Yeah, well, you've also got English middle class female writer playing Indiana Jones. That's even worse. You know, presidents are always being stupid, but Indiana Jones having tits with a British accent. No, that's too fucking ridiculous.
I can even tolerate the Alien movie more so than the shit I'm hearing about this one. And that one, I basically only watched the beginning of it because minus the refrigerator part, I love old Harrison Ford. That little bit with him being old and fighting, and then like, man, that looked close. I'm sorry, I love that shit.
Yeah, I thought Shabuff, Leah Shabuff, or whatever his name is, I thought he did all right. Everyone was like slagging him off, but I thought he did all right because apparently they wanted Harrison Ford to have a daughter instead of a son to help him out.
Yeah.
And now they've got fucking Phoebe Waller-Bridge doing an English accent. Oh, that's going to be great, isn't it? I hate snakes.
Well, here's the thing that you'll like. I haven't got to talk with you about this, but I noticed that Disney is going to up their price again. Now, this is my breaking point. Like I've still got it for now, but I will not pay past this price point because at $11 a month, what am I getting more than I got at $8 a month? Nothing. So because the board is noticing that they're not making money, they're raising their price. I will not be supporting them. Like I still got it. I want to watch Andor. I know damn well that's the last season. We got, Boba Fett and Mando and all that shit coming up. We are Star Wars nerds. There's bits and pieces I like out of the shit. I'm not I don't love those shows. Mando was okay. I liked season 1, season 2, not so much. The little bit of season 3 we got, or in the Boba Fett thing, was pretty good. So I'm amped to see what we get. Andor, I can't wait because this next season's it. We're done after that. Only 2 seasons as it should be. I didn't think I needed Andor. Like I didn't give a fuck about Cassian Andor, where he came from. I could give a fuck. I liked Rogue One. Don't get me wrong. But I didn't really give a fuck about, like, when they announced it, I'm like, why? He's dead. Like, fuck that dude. I don't need to know his past. But the story building and the way they did it proper, you can bitch and moan and complain all you want. They built on the story. It made him more of a character where when you see Rogue One, you kind of have a perspective on it, but now you can really get the whole character from what they're doing. And I'm enjoying it, man. Again, it's all about if you enjoy She-Hulk, great. That's good for you. You enjoy She-Hulk. I'm not wasting my time. For each their own. We can agree to disagree. Yeah. That's the main thing. It's not, oh, you're a far this, you're a far that. You must die because you like, no, man. Like, if you like it, great. Please tell me. This is a Jeff Hicks. This is what I learned from World Class Bullshitters, from Mr. Jeff Hicks. When I met him and I trolled his ass. And I trolled that motherfucker hard because he's a big dude. And how do you mess with somebody that never gets messed with, right? Because that's the way my brain thinks. And I love Jeff and all the guys. They're good people. They really, really are. Without them, I wouldn't be here now. These guys. Look at these guys. Look at them. Look at that shit. Yeah. Oh, well, it cut off their way to go, fucking StreamYards. But yeah, I mean, I'm the smallest one here other than Brian Lake. And this is from 2018, I think. 1921, 2. Yeah. Or 16. Anyway, so I got to meet these guys. And when I met them, I trolled the living shit out of them. Like, they knew me from the chat. And I basically had my big boofy, oops, wrong one. I had my big poofy beard like I got going now. I've never had my beard as long as it is now, giggity. And it's 100% natural. There's no blue pills helping this shit out. I had it about, it was thick, but it wasn't gray. And I had my Wolverine claws. And I could pull my hair back almost in a ponytail. So I go to meet him. And I did my normal buzz cut. So, basically, a tube, done. Shaved all this off but the goatee. So he has no idea. He knows my icon, but he doesn't know me. So I walk up there. I don't know what I'm going to do. This is live reaction time. I did this shit to Etep the other day too. It just happened. Sometimes you can be very creative. And I was. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but I know I got to do something. It's Jeff motherfucking Hicks from World Class Bullshitters. I'm actually getting to meet this guy, and I really like the conversations that we've done. So I fucking rib him, dude. I mean, I just do what I do best. I walk up and I just act retarded. I'm like, and I had a funny accent to an extent, but I was just like, World Class Bullshitters. I'm like, what you guys do? And he goes, oh, we're a podcast on the internet. And I'm like, on the interwebs? Like, I just went like Hickville, dude. Like, I did. I really did. I'm like, on the interwebs? I was like, oh, you should so talk about movies. Like the new Star Wars movie. Dude, that's one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. Without missing a beat. I know you're laughing. Seriously, without missing a beat. Dion Green and Jeff Hicks both look at me and go, well, tell us what you liked about it. And he was sincere. He was not being a cunt because he didn't even know who I was. He was like, no, please tell me. No, what did you like about them? Like, he literally wanted to know. And at this point, dude, I'm already trying not to bust up laughing because I know who I am, but he doesn't. And I'm pulling this shit out of my ass and having a good time with it. And I just lost the accent. I looked at him and I'm like, because it brought me to you. This is for you. And I had given him a Todd McFarlane poster book, a Spider-Man. He did the poster books back in the 90s. Jeff didn't have any. And I had quite a few of them. So I gave it to him. And Dion Green and the whole horse thing, I had a Pokemon card that was the kids is with a fucking horse, and I gave him that. He fucking looked at it and looked at me and looked at it and fucking died laughing. And this dude's twice my size at that point because I was about in that photo, I was about 240. That was after I'd fallen into the pool. I fell 8 feet with no water, landed on my left side, got really fucked up my whole body. And I am still recovering from that from back in 2016. So when I do the pictures and the stuff you guys are seeing, I'm proud of what I was able to do from barely being able to walk to where I am now. I take great pride in what I've done to get in this shape. And I take great pride in all the people that have encouraged me and been there for me and helped me through. And that's all of you guys, everybody on the panel, everybody in the chat, everybody that I've streamed with, the people that are really close to me. Thank you. I can't do this alone. I mean, I could, but it's a lot easier with friends. It really fucking is. All of this shit is. And I feel sorry for those of you that don't have the Yenses in the world or the DLs, the people that I've been blessed. And I have been by the luck of God. I'm not overly religious. DL can tell you, I'm not overly religious. I believe in God. I know there's a devil because look at the shit we're talking about. But, I don't quite go. I'm more of an inside person. Your personal relationship with God, what is up, Pacific, is more important to me than what religion that you are fucking fighting over. You know, Catholic, fucking, you know, Buddhism. It doesn't fucking matter. I don't care, man. Like, your journey is what's important to me with him, and what you have is where it should be. It doesn't matter what church you go to. I don't care.
Well, the
That's my
Satanists.
perspective on religion. You know, it's real open, dude. It is. But that's just me, right, Jens? That's just how I am. You know, sorry, it's me. You
Yeah,
know,
but
this
them
guy,
Satanists out there now.
this guy,
Satanists.
this fucking
sacrificing.
guy. Let me tell you about this fucking guy. This guy is awesome. Mike, this dude, let me tell you. I brought DL on with me. I was watching the stream. I was in the chat talking with him. There was the link. I debated for a bit, but I listened and I started commenting, and then I went on. And I got to meet him and a lot of really cool dudes. And they're just like us, man. And that was the nice thing. It's nice to be able to not find the same bullshit circles and find people like us that are kind of like, you know, I didn't really like it, but I didn't think it was that bad. Just be able to have a conversation without being like yelled at, screamed at, thrown shit at, and, you know. So another good channel right there. Check this dude out. Please check out Pacific 414. Mike's a good dude. His cast, great content, dude. Dude loves baseball. You know, I've not been to a game in forever. Maybe in the future we can meet up and go to a game together, you know. But again, it's one of those, it's the relationships you make and the ones that really matter and the people that you talk to and then reach back. You want to find out who your real fucking friends are? Let me give you just this little skosh of advice, right? You're welcome, brother. Let me give you the truth, though. At 47, this is what I know for a fact. If you want to know if people are really your friend, quit messaging them. See who comments back to you. See who reaches out to you. I've got video footage. It's there. I've watched Etep Wokuian break down because he was worried about me. I had Seth and Tommy from the men's room. All those guys. Those are good guys. I might not be on the show because I'm doing the other stuff that I'm doing, but there's no hatred there between me and the men's room. Seth, Tommy, all those guys, man. There's not. We had a lot of people that were there, you know, and then they couldn't make the shows, and we did what we did. I was able to move up and kind of do a little bit more here and there as an independent, you know, creator with some of the other guys. But I still would go right back on the panel with the men's room. Anytime Seth needs me, he knows I fucking all he's got to do is holler. Like,
yeah, talking about panels on shows. Oh, you'll be on Nelson the Psycho. Because is it 10 p.m. Eastern?
Yes, sir. Should be 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes.
Yeah.
Tonight. So
yeah.
A little bit early in the morning for you, but I know sometimes you're a late nighter, baby, like the rest of us.
Yeah. Well, I haven't got much to do. Although I haven't got much to do in the daytime tomorrow. So yeah, I can be
cool
up a bit.
Yeah, he's just basically, you know, he hasn't really done anything, but he sees what a lot of us do, and he sees the shit that I'm doing. He's just like, I kind of want to do it. And the dude lives 40 minutes from me. Like, we're in the same state, 40 minutes. We went to the same high school, just different. You know, I'm 4 years ahead of him. You know, basically, 4 or 5 years ahead of him. That was it. And like, I've talked with him. I have tattoos, obviously, as you can see. It's nothing that everybody don't fucking know. Although when I got them, they weren't cool, and it was it was a stigma. I'm covered. But I have one unprofessional done tattoo, which is this one. And Nelson's going to redo this one. It's the only one.
It doesn't look too bad.
Done. You know, it's it's faded. Right. It's old. It's just a guitar. It's nothing, you know. But I'm
it looks all right.
Yeah, he's an artist. He does tats. He's going to do the work. And I'm going to fucking show it off because, hey, I got the gift of gab. We all do. And I like to promote good people. Mike, that's one of the reasons I'm promoting you. You are what this platform needs right now. All of us are. Those of us that are in this circle. And granted, I'm here. I'm there. We had the stream with Jet Spark, who I met through Pacific, right? Through Mike. And again, good kid. You know, he had some very valid points. Needs a little bit of help on the mic work, but other than that, you know, don't correct everything and let other people talk. But other than that, like, I don't have an issue with the kid. You know, he had some very good points. He had more EU information for Star Wars. Like, I don't know the EU, and Brent knows that. Ootini, he knows that. So when those guys, and DL and I are kind of on the same page. Like, I've seen more. I correct me if I'm wrong, DL, but I think I've seen more animated Star Wars stuff than you, right?
More than likely, yes.
Because you're basically just the movies.
Mm-hmm.
So and again, so like, I used to be like you, but I got through the cartoon stuff. So I'm like and then those guys like know the E, and I don't know. Fuck, I'm just like, nope, that's not. You know, that's fine. Yeah, that kept it going, but then Disney killed it. But Andor, like I said, maybe, just maybe, if Andor's that one thing where people go, wait, this worked, but the next 3 projects failed because we went woke, but Andor worked because it wasn't woke. Maybe we need to go back to that. I don't know. It's no different in Hollywood than it is with political spectrum right now. I don't know how to fucking fix it.
Be masculine. That's what.
Yeah.
That's how we fix it. Because it doesn't matter what you want if you're not masculine enough to make it look like you can fuck up a army troop fucking legion with just a Swiss Army knife. Yeah, they're not going to take it seriously.
No, they're not. And if you're tired of the toxicity that's going on with all these people watching shit that you hate, then you need to start listening to people like myself and Jens. And you're going to find other people like, you know, Pacific 414, like Justin Proper, who we were making fun of earlier, you know, because now, you know, he was, you know, proper Jenny at one point. And I've known Proper since the beginning. You know, he is the man, and I always call him a kid because, you know, I've got kids his age. So I apologize. I don't mean it that way. But, you know, this young man here met us backstage, used to come on with DJD and myself, Mr. Peabody, and kind of test the waters. And we gave him advice. And this gentleman, this young man right here, this wonderful person, has always been respectful and will pay credit of, hey, if it weren't for this guy and Mr. Peabody and DJD, I wouldn't be here. And I respect the hell out of that. I mean, we were friends not because of that, because he's a good dude. And I've known him a long time. And he stuck up for me where other people stabbed me in the back. And I appreciate that. And I know he's a true friend. And I again, it's, for me, that means more than anything. When you have someone that knows what happened and somebody tries bringing shit up, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and they're like, no, I had him do it. Chef Carolyn did it to a certain other idiot. I'm sorry, but I'm not talking to those idiots anymore. They can go fuck themselves. Like,
oh yeah,
I know my past. I've dealt with my past. Jens, you know my past too. I mean, I'm very open. You know, if you don't want to deal with me because of something in my past, well, that's your fucking problem. I'm not changing. But my past is behind me. I've gotten past that. I'm working forward and hard for something. So, of course, they're going to throw the only dirt they can dig up on you. But you see, it doesn't matter. Bring it, bitch. I got shoulders. That's what I think of you. You did nothing. You accomplished nothing. All you did was take the headache that I was stuck dealing with because of this guy and took it away where we don't have to deal with it. So thank you for that. And enjoy the insanity, because that's all on you cunts. You enjoy that shit in your little circle, bitching and nitpicking and thinking you know shit. You don't know fuck all. So fuck every single last one of you. I didn't ask for your fucking help. I tried to help you, and then you want to dog me? Well, hey, I'm grown. I'm going to be the one that's in a specific thing that's happening at DL. You know, I'm not going to mention it on here, but certain people also know what's going on. There will be a YouTube platform that I'm a part of that will be speech free. We're working on it, people. So yeah, I mean, I am into bigger, better things. I don't mind helping people. I really don't. But if you're a snake and I find out about it, you can go fuck yourself. Like, I don't play that game. It's not going to happen. And, you know, again, I don't have an issue with Walt. Like, Walton? Nah, I don't. Like, I know he's doing the Phantom Menace thing. And again, I'm glad that he is. Like, good for him for doing that. It's just, that's my point of view on the Phantom Menace. There are only a few YouTubers left that are still sticking to what it originally was. That's it. But that's not a shot at Walt. You know, I mean, we'll rib him and shit. Don't get me wrong, but it's not meant for hatred. Again, when we rib you, it's because we like you. That's the way. Those of us that grew up in these eras and generations, that's what it was about. Because we'll make fun of ourselves as much as we'll make fun of you.
Yeah, but if you do call someone out, it should boost the ratings, especially if there's a bit of a controversy fucking argument going on.
Yeah.
Because I'm always trying to call out the soy drinking bitch.
Yeah. Yep.
But he won't argue with me.
I mean, Tommy, I because sometimes I got sidetracked and I was starting to say something and I didn't really realize what I was about to say, right? Like I had a couple things going on, but then like Walton showed up and we were all watching on Draven's channel and I was excited because we were all together. And the point of it was that even if we disagree or we're in the middle of a battle between each other, like two people, are having words or whatever, we can still all come together on a different stream and just watch shit. And he mumbled some shit about, I don't know what I'm talking about. And it's like, dude, at the end of the day, when you left Rogue, I was there. Okay? You weren't. I was. And I don't give a fuck about any of that, Walt. I don't. I really don't. Like, that's your shit. That's fine. That's between y'all. My name's Paul. That's between y'all. Just know, dude, I mean, I got your back, but I don't have any ill will towards you, brother.
Yeah.
And the shit between the guys that are having the issues, because again, I'm not trying to bring up anything. I'm just saying that's between y'all. I've known Tommy for a long time. I've known Jens for a long time. If there's a third person I don't know that well, I'm obviously going to take sides of my friends but I will listen to what you have to say. And again, I didn't get involved in the shit because it's none of my goddamn business. I don't give a fuck. Walton came on my channel. Thank you for that. Walton, you're always welcome here. I hope you figure your shit out, brother. I do. I hope you can get better and whatever you're dealing with, get through it, my man. Like, that's how I feel about it. I have no hatred for that man, though. I don't. I don't know him very well, but I don't hate. What's up, Tina? So, I mean, that's all I want, though. I want everybody, I hope Walton can get through what he needs to get through to get back to doing whatever he's doing. But if he's thinking the stuff I'm saying or pop shots at him, it's really not. I'm sorry, you're not on my list of people to rib right now. I mean, they are when I find the little midget memes and shit and I play them because I'm sorry, they're funny. That's it, man. It's not meant for hatred. Nothing that I'm saying. Hey, trust me, you'll fucking know if it's hatred. It's you're gonna know. And myself and DL were able to touch base with an old friend again yesterday, which was great.
Mm-hmm.
And to see Brian again and get to chit chat with another old friend. Guys that I started out with by accident, we all found each other on a stream, Bonnie's stream, and we start, myself, it was Brian the Observer at the time, James Clark the artist, Mr. Peabody, Fedorable the Horrible, the DJD show, Bonnie, Stig Kenobi. Like I said, man, I have dined with queens and kings of YouTube, my friends. I mean, I started with Lethal Lightning before he had 500 subs, my man. I was with Odin's Movie Blog when he first started. WCBS is where it started for me, but I found a bunch of people through there. Was never a big EBS guy. When they did the High Council thing, that was fine. But, it was kind of cool because his birthday was like after mine. So I was like, oh, that's cool. We're a year apart. And I've got my own perspective on shit, And again, that's just it. I'm gonna. But the beef I have with the shit that happened, again, that's just my perspective on it. And I stand with my friends because that's what a real friend does. And when that shit happened, it set me off. I went on camera. Then again, I'm not shy, am I, Jens? So, not that I'm taking a shot at anybody not on camera, but when Vinny did that video, I came on camera. I came off my shit. I came straight on camera. I was listening to the stuff in the background. I knew what was going on. I knew why he was so upset. And he said everything he needed to say in that one stream. And I said exactly what I said. And I meant every fucking word of it. Look, you want to fight with me? That's fine. Get in the ring, motherfucker. Get in the ring. Let's go. That's how I am. Like, you want to play little games. No. I'm a man. Come on. Be a man. Step up, bitch. Let me knock you out.
Okay, Adam, calm down. Yeah. You'll be offering fucking people out next. You'd be like, fucking come round. I'll knock you the fuck out. I don't care what you are. I don't care what you do. Come around.
I don't do well when people attack my friends. And that's what happened. And that there was a big explosion. And that's how my past got brought up because we were trying to help somebody. And then they didn't want to hear what we had to say. We wasted time on that person. I tried helping build their channel and setting shit up for them. And then they heard what they wanted to hear and they ran. And all the shit that myself and many other YouTubers trying to help these people, never learned because they're not gonna. Hey, that's fine. I left that shit. DL left that shit. I wasn't the best part is I told this person I would be the bad guy. I would sacrifice my relationship with you for DL. So DL and you could still have a relationship because I know DL would still talk to me, but that person probably wouldn't. And I didn't care. So then when they did the shit they did and they're blaming me, I'm fine with it. Blame me, but I didn't do anything but try to help your channel. And then you attack me. So it really shows you the people that you're hanging out with.
That's what pissed me off, Adam. That's what pissed me off after what we did.
Yep.
And then I'm like, I couldn't take anymore. I'm like, fuck this.
I kind of knew, but again, we had worked with that person and said, this is what they're saying. They're asking you not to do this. Let's fix this. We were there from a place of trying to help someone that had kind of lost their way. The problem was they didn't lose their way. They were on a different path than either of us, and they're going to keep doing the same shit and think they're going to end up on a panel with a certain individual that they're stalking, and it's never going to happen.
Nope.
So you go listen to the ex-castmates that got thrown the fuck off because they were pieces of shit, along with that stupid kitty cunt, and fucking go have fun. Because eventually she'll stab you in the back, or you're gonna end up falling into shit and something bad's gonna happen. But you got nobody to blame but your fucking self. You're 33 fucking years old. Grow up. Period. End of it.
Let's
living off of mom and dad.
Adam, before you start getting really up into them.
Oh yeah, no, I mean that's it. It's just it's one of them things though, man. Like I'm fine with shit, but when you attack somebody in another country and shit, dude, and they've got kids and family and they were your friends, but now you're just attacking them to be a cunt, you're a coward. I'm in the States. Hey, you wanna fight somebody? Get in the ring, motherfucker. Come on. Bring it on, you fat ass queer fucking frog.
Get in the ring. Get in the ring.
Shit, that's right. Get in the ring. Get in the
Why
ring.
do you look at me when you hate me? Why should I look at you when it makes me hate you too?
Yeah, man.
Get in the ring. Get in the ring.
Get in the ring, Get in the ring. Come on.
We're talking about getting in. Well, have you got in the fucking habit of watching The Accident Man?
I had started watching it. DL watched it and loved it, the first one. We were trying to get together, all of us, to watch it and then come bombard you on your stream. I got through about half of it and I was liking it, dude. I still got to finish it, but yeah, dude, I was digging
there's more than just the first one? I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's two of them.
All right.
Yeah, DL, you say you watched the first one then?
Oh, yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, you see? Go on. Yeah, you see.
I got through the first half of it, brother, and I was loving it. So I was like, all right. And then a couple other things happened, which I'm not going to get in on here. But yeah, just personal shit. And I haven't, but yeah, it's there, dude. I started it. I got halfway through it. I was loving it, dude. So thank you for going out of your way to constantly talk about it and point to stuff that people should be. Oh shit, we got another person. They're just ready.
What's the guy you're doing? Haven't seen you in a while.
Rosetta?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I thought.
How you doing, Rosetta?
Busy as hell.
Yeah, I know the feeling, girl. Hell yeah. Remember the days when we used to YouTube and watch YouTube? Fuck, I don't have time to watch it half the time anymore.
Yeah, but I will say the stupid animal shorts I've been posting for my photography work have boosted
Accident
the
Man.
channel a lot.
If you haven't seen it, you're missing out. Go and watch it. An Accident Man 2, Hitman's Holiday.
Yep.
All right, then.
I always feel like I'm missing 90% of the drama. The problem is I miss it because I'm busy with real life, and I still get blamed for half of it, even though I don't even know who was involved.
Right. Well, look, like, and again, like, you know, you and I have streamed. There was some issues there with the channel that doesn't exist anymore. None of that shit matters. But like, you and I never had like we didn't have an issue with each other, you know, like ever. So, you know, exactly. That's the thing, you know, and you know, shit had happened when I wasn't on Exile, whatever. It, you know, that shit doesn't matter. It never did. Like, it never affected our relationship. Not that we had a relationship, but you know what I mean? Like, we've been in chats, we were fine. There was never an issue.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm not a drama person. I'm the guy that'll put you in the fucking
I will say
face.
one thing here. It was not me who kicked you off the stream the other day, Jens. Long story short, as he started yelling it, it's one that's simulcasted on 8 channels and more scrutinized. So the main owner kicked him off.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That wasn't me.
All good. It's all good. No problem. You all right, Jens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just clarifying, because I try to let people know what happens when things happen.
No. Hey, look, Rosetta, it's okay, girl. It's okay. I have no problem with you coming on here letting that girl. That's fine. That's fine.
We got no problems with you. Not you.
No. It's you know, literally, it's one of those, like, we go back quite a ways, and that's why I just wanted to make sure I let you know, as far as I'm concerned, like, we've never had an issue, and as long as you feel the same, then, you know, yeah, we're good, man. I never had a problem with you, so not like that, not like.
I try to avoid the drama, generally speaking.
Yeah.
I just want to bullshit, have fun, and share art. I mean, is that so difficult?
Well, it is when you're just about drama, and most of us aren't. So, because we have a life outside of this. Like, I know you're married, and I hope that everything, you know, last time we had talked, you know, you weren't doing so well. You sound a lot better, so obviously you're doing better. So I'm proud to hear that, you know.
Yeah.
You're sounding good, girl. So, you know,
I'm
happy
having
that you
that
sound
has
good.
never been the problem.
Yeah.
Still taking pictures of the eagles.
Of any animal I can, actually, I'm still out and drive right now. That's why it's a little noisy.
It's all good. It's all good. Hell yeah.
Because I'm going to be busy the next few months helping out my mom. The only way to really keep my channel up during that time is going to be, I'm just recording a fuck ton of different animal videos and shorts that I'm programming to go up different days.
Yeah. I got you.
So I gotta get something to keep my channel going, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, these days they make again, you know, when we were on the platform originally, we didn't have half the shit we have now. You know, now you can do those shorts, and they're so easy to do from the phone, and you know, it's kind of, they have kind of made it a little bit simpler to do stuff for your channel, you know, and in the aspect like you're saying.
Godsend as an artist, photographer, the shorts are a fucking godsend, because it is so easy to record a few seconds to a minute or so clip of these animals doing cute things that when I'm out hiking or I'm at the zoos or stuff, and those stuff bring in big views. I've gotten nearing almost 50,000 views on the different shorts the last week and a half, and got up about 130 subs. I mean,
nice. Congratulations, man.
It's a quick way to grow without having to put in a ton of production. I'm getting almost as many hours off of each short that hits the algorithm as I am the fucking streams.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we watched Tommy not have internet and actually hit, what was it? He hit his 1K mark off the shorts of battle bots and the guinea pigs and stuff, because he couldn't stream because he didn't have internet. And like, he literally was able to save his channel and build it up by doing those things. I mean, they can be work. I mean, you know, obviously you're going to get out of whatever you put into what you do on a short, and you got it, like a minute. So, I mean, and being creative as you are, and an artist especially, you could do some crazy ass shit and have some fun. And it is a lot easier to upload the shorts than it is a full video, or, you know, I mean, obviously the live streams are live streams, but when I don't know if you've had the same issue most of us have, but when we're trying to upload videos, it takes 3 times or 4 times as long as it did a couple months ago.
I haven't uploaded much videos in the last year because I've been taking care of my family, because basically about time everyone lost JJ last year, I also lost my uncle. I went back and took care of my family for a while because of that, and right as I was heading home from taking care of the family from that, I ended up tearing my leg in 5 places in the calf muscle. And by the time I was half healed from that, we lost my dad, and I was taking care of mom. So I'm still in physical therapy and helping family.
Yeah. Well, look, honey. If you would quit doing those kinky sex positions, you want to pull your muscle in 5 spots. But no, seriously, I mean,
You're pulling the wrong muscles. What you're doing?
Yeah. But I mean, no. But seriously, though, like, no, I didn't know, and I'm sorry for your loss. But I know you. You're a good person, and you know we do take care of our family. That's what we do. And yeah, man, much love to you and your family, my dear. Because yeah, it's for real. I've been having my own issues with lack of family because I don't have any. They're mostly deceased, and just reminiscing in the past. Then you get kind of depressed and stuck up in that shit. And if it weren't for these guys and ladies on here, you know, that the lifelines that I have made and the friendships that I've actually made, the real friendships, because you know damn well there's fake motherfuckers out there. We all do.
Oh God, I could rant about several of the fake fuckers in these communities that have stabbed me in the back while I was
exactly. Yep. So it's the real.
I could rant about somebody who literally took screen grabs of me having spasms backstage, started sharing them around to people, telling people I was faking.
Well, see, and you know, well, maybe you don't remember, but my brother-in-law, because he has seizures and special needs too, so like he has that kind of stuff. So there are those of us that are used to those kind of things that would do the right thing, not that what they did, but you know, make sure you're okay, you know, and medically, you know, do the shit the way it's supposed to. And then you got the people that are gonna fucking be a cunt about it, and that's the thing. Like normal people don't understand what you or I deal with, right? They don't. They just don't. They can't. It's just not in their wheelhouse to understand.
The thing is, even the people who fuck around with me, even the people I think are absolute douche canoes, I don't wish my medical stress or my trauma on them because I don't want normal people to experience what I have. Because it's fucked up. Who wants anyone to go through this shit?
Dude, a grand mal. Nate had a grand mal. Nathan has been with us now 4 years because he came to live with us after his mom died. And it's been 4 years today, matter of a fact. And he had a grand mal 3 years ago. And I got to tell you, it scared the living shit out of me. I'd seen him have little seizures, but those grand mals, dude, them are fucking scary as fuck because you can't do nothing.
The seizures that I had were really, really weird. They're a very rare trait. And basically, it's like you're overheating a computer. Everything locks in place. And if you touch the person, all the muscles collapse and then they spasm.
Yep.
You literally freeze in place like you're a fucking statue.
His little arm, he's got his little this arm because it's, you know, his little arm here, and he can hold it down. But when he would have the grand mals, that motherfucker would skyrocket, like, you know, like, and he couldn't bring it down, like you're saying, it was locked in place. And then when the seizure would subside, you would know because his arm would start to drop down, and then he'd have another one.
Seen videos of people going through my live streams looking for footage of me having spasms and tics, and then fucking EFAPing to it and making fun of it.
And see, what I don't understand about what you just said, now this is my point of view, mind you. YouTube, why are you allowing that shit to do? If anything, that's hate speech to me. You are literally making, and that's one thing to rib somebody, like if you're having a good rib, whatever. But something like that is just fucking, in my opinion, evil. And that is the kind of shit that shouldn't be allowed on this platform or any platform.
Yeah, see, I'm the one, I'm not intimidated by it. Actually, every time they do that shit, I get more subs because people come over and give me sympathy.
Yeah.
So, fuck it, let them be dicks. But I mean, it's disgusting at the same time. And you think about the mindset.
Think about it, the perspective of they allow it. They allow it to fucking happen, but yet we can't say, fuck Joe Biden. You know? It's like, wait a minute. No, man, they're the same thing in my opinion. You know what they are doing, and me saying fuck Joe Biden is right? Yeah.
The Tourette's streamer. He's had people repeatedly try to get her kicked off platforms for tics, for her Tourette's. She's got a million things where people do videos and stuff about what it's like to be her with her tics, where they're making fun of it. Every single live stream, she's got people in the chat asking her derogatory questions about it. And yet she's called a bitch and called woke if she sits there and calls them out and says it's disgusting.
Oh, wow.
It's like, no, that's fucking garbage, you know? Just be decent to one another. It's not fucking hard.
And if you don't like somebody, then you don't got to watch them. I mean, we've mentioned that earlier too. It's like if you don't like what myself, Rosetta, DL, Jens, Gap, anybody say, you don't have to watch us. You can go somewhere else. You don't, that's fine. But hey, hell yeah. See, we're here. We're alive, people. Sorry, we're live people. We're here. But if you don't like us, fuck off. That's fine. Go find what you like. We don't mind.
To those who like to hate watch and hate fact to us.
Yep. Exactly.
I'm sorry that your dick is so small that you need tweezers to fap it, but get a life.
Exactly. And that's how that is. I myself, go ahead, Rosetta. If you got anything to plug, we're going to wrap up because I got to get bouncing now. But what you got coming up, girl? I know you're busy, but if you got anything coming up you want to plug, go ahead.
1K stream's going to start at noonish around here on Central Time Sunday, and going to stream most of the day on the channel for 1K subs and trying to get my monetization before my birthday in 3 weeks.
Nice. All right. Cool.
So we will need the hours, need the help. So
hell yeah, nothing wrong with that. Jens, you got anything you want to plug other than being a non-soy bitch? Oh, he's muted. Okay, I got you. Well, all right. Well, myself, I will be on with Nelson the Psychopath tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll have some fun there. Here is his channel. I'll put it in the chat again.
Yeah.
You can check us out there.
See, now Adam didn't ask me what I want to plug because he knows what I want to plug.
Oh, I already know that what you're about to say. Yeah. Give him some big old titties. He wants to plug some big old boobies. Yeah, that's right. Motorboat. But we'll be back here Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. You fucker. Eastern Standard Time for Friday Fun with Friends. And then, of course, we'll be bouncing from there to 5:05 Eastern Standard Time to Vinnie Tartamello, Vinnieart. And then 8:05 Eastern Standard Time for Liars at the Clown World Review. Saturday night, we will be... Oh, Jesus. Now my brain's got to work. AngelousDraven is doing the Ring of Honor pay-per-view. We'll be there watching that. And then we'll be on with Etep Wokuian, the Place to Be reviews for Saturday night's main event. I do believe following the pay-per-view. I might have that shit backwards, but either way, just listen to the guys on Friday and we'll all know where we're going because that's when I learned. But thank you, everyone, for coming in. Rosetta, thank you for stopping in and hollering, man.
It was good seeing you.
It's been a minute, and I just to clarify, just so you know, I didn't ever have no issues with you, not like personal or nothing. So, thank you for coming on and hanging out for a bit. Everybody, go get some masculinity back. Kick those soy boys in the cunt, because that's what they deserve for my boy Jens. We need some masculinity.